This program is rated MA. It contains adult themes, coarse language, sexual references, and violence.
America, 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 fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah, America, fuck yeah, freedom is the only way, yeah, terrorists, your game is through, 'cause now you have to answer to America, fuck yeah, so lick my blood and suck on my balls, America, fuck yeah, what you gonna do when we come for you now? It's the dream that we all share, it's the hope for tomorrow.
All right, what's up, everybody? It is Open Comms. It's Friday. We're back. Didn't have a show last week. Sorry about that. We were partying. Not at home. I'm here. I'm Dre.
I was at home.
Yeah,
guys
you
were
were at
not.
home.
Hyper Viper's at home.
Yeah,
He's always at
stuck
home.
at home.
Poor Brit.
Boy,
LB was at home.
LB was at home, and he's Canadian.
Yeah,
Just all
he was
the
probably
fun.
closer. Well, I don't know. He's about as far away from Toronto as you are, Dirk. I think it's because he's way the hell up there. I'm Dre. We got Dirk here. We got Blast, and we got Hyper. Rain is not here. She took a flight out to Seattle today because she's going on the cruise tomorrow. Or
You're
Sunday.
going on the cruise tomorrow?
I'm leaving tomorrow. The cruise set sail on Sunday. Brisk is here. Manic is joining us. How's it going?
hi.
Mrs. McGurk is joining us. I gotta scroll this.
Yeah, Mrs. McGurk will be here at the top of the hour when we start talking about Eve North. But from Eve North, we do have Matt. Matt, thanks for coming.
Yo.
We got Apo. We got Jaded. Thanks, guys.
What's going on?
But yeah,
Plop.
so yeah, I told do you guys know if Ivy's coming tonight?
We got
or-
Raiden.
She's
Oh,
supposed to be
Yes.
coming.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's putting her kids to bed.
Okay, yeah. That's why we're kind of moving the Eve North part back a half an hour. We're doing this 30 minutes early tonight, basically because we have a number of topics, and I wanted to make sure that Eve North and our experiences up there got its due, while we were also able to talk about kind of the news and the general shitstorm that we came home from Eve North. Or I
He
came
wants
home
to talk
to
about
from
Eve North when he's sober because he was not sober in Eve North.
No.
I can confirm.
I
was
can
there with
vouch
him for
that as
most of
well.
it.
But the
There are
kind-
videos.
Kind of the first topic of the night that I do want to talk about is while we were at Eve North, they obviously announced the election for CSM. We did a lot of talk on this show.
Dun.
We did a lot of talk on this show about the CSM. Had some people on here that were candidates and all that kind of shit. You know, yada yada yada. But yeah, they announced it, and that was one of the things that. Let's see, were you there for? No, you weren't there. You weren't there for the opening ceremonies, were you, Drayden?
No, I kind of got in towards the end of it. I think about 30 minutes before Max's speech, I came in there.
Well, Max's speech was at 2:00 in the afternoon. So
Yeah, so the opening ceremonies. Yeah, we missed that. I think wasn't that when we went?
No. Rain and I were there for
No.
the opening ceremonies.
Oh right, I
And,
was having trouble because I was. No, I don't remember
No.
what the fuck I was doing.
You got up before the keynote. You got there before the keynote started.
Oh,
but
right,
I don't
yeah,
think
I
you were-
slept in.
I don't know what part of it you were there for. But
The
anyways,
whole weekend is a blur.
it really is. It really is.
I slept in
Word
because
one
I
to
was
word-
out late,
Ugh.
like getting people to the right hotels.
But yeah, I mean, they announced the first 5 people, and it was like, the first 3, of course, were no shock, right? Aerith, Merkelchen, Anominate.
Shit, Hyper, you're doxing yourself, man. Hold on.
Dude,
What do we?
he's gone. He fell off the face of the earth.
He
Oh.
did. Someone get good intelligence on the phone.
Erase that
Should
from
probably
your
look at
memory.
It's a pretty common name, I'd say.
Should probably be looking at that anyways.
Both names.
So they announced the first 3, Aerith, Merkelchen, and Anominate, which was no shock or whatever. Killa B came up, and then Steve Renukin, and then at the end of that they said, and those are the 5 people that will be returning to the CSM this year, and I was just like, whoa! I'm like, what? because of course, going into this, right, there was the whole idea of whether or not we would have a null-sec sweep was a possibility and all that kind of shit. And all of a sudden, we immediately see that the CSM deletes Australia, and the judge doesn't make it back, and Sword Dragon doesn't make it back.
Now, I love Sword and I love the judge, but I'm telling you right now that the CCP travel office is very happy that they don't have to book tickets from Australia anymore. I'll tell you that right now. They're happy as a clam.
Right. Because
How much is that trip? That has to be
there's
like
the
a couple
judge and
grand.
Sword.
I always laughed. I always told them, I said, guys, you can fly all the rest of us business class for what it costs to fly Judge and Sword over, just, coach. Come on, guys.
Craziness.
As they got past that part, they announced Gobbins. I don't think Gobbins was any surprise for anybody. They announced Villy, not a surprise. I was happy to see the next one, Dunk Dinkle.
Yeah, I was glad he
That-
did.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Here.
To me, it felt
happy
like
to
he
see
was
Dunk on
definitely
there.
going to make it, but then again, there was that
Yeah.
kind of like, I don't know, maybe
That's
not.
I was never concerned about Dunk. And we said last week, Brave, anytime Brave puts a candidate on the ballot, they get them on the ballot.
Yeah.
So
And then the next one was a shocker. Exuki Z, a wormhole candidate. There's a wormholer on there. And my immediate thing from the back of the room as I was sitting there half comatose was, they can't say shit for a year now.
Yeah, but they will.
it's not going to stop them. That's what they do. But I mean, look at it. Look, hey, you know what? All right, so Zuki gets on there, and obviously, Steve is still on there. So 8 of the 10 slots are still null-sec slots. And that's as bad or worse than it was in CSM 13, which everybody bitched about being GSM and all null-sec and everything. At least we had Satonia and arguably Jin and some other folks that do low-sec stuff. And we don't have that now. We have a wormholer and we have Steve, and that's it. Everybody else is null-sec.
Yep. And then we're waiting on the 10 slot, and you're sitting there going, who could it be? And I'm back there going, wait for it. It's going to happen. Wait for it. And they yell out, Omega Gold. And I'm just like, oh my God. CSM Gold.
Yeah.
All right, now I have to give Omega credit, and I give him a lot of shit, but it's because he deserves it. But the fact is, he not only kicked the living shit out of this election, he got like the 3rd highest votes. He was elected on the first ballot. He got 1,000 more votes than I did on the first ballot. I tip my beer to you. That's pretty good. I'm impressed. Let's just hope you stay off the no-fly list and can get there.
As you said last week, right, of the campaigns that were run, he generally did what you have to do, which is, number one, already have kind of made a name for yourself out there publicly in the game, right? Then campaign, put something out there that catches people's attention. He did all those things, right? There was still a question of whether or not enough people thought of him as a meme candidate or something like that, but it didn't. And I mean meme, not in the sense you mean it, Brisk, in the viral sense, but just more, kind of like, are you doing this as a joke? Or
You mean it
like
in the derogatory sense.
In the
I mean it
derogatory
in the viral sense.
You mean it in the viral sense, yeah. But yeah, and yeah, he absolutely crushed it on votes. And and the one thing we should say here, I think the other thing that was completely shocking, at least to me, I think it was to Noisy, who follows these elections very close, and other people. We had a 12% increase in total voting this year, which I think is amazing.
Well, and you know what? I think it's amazing, but I also think it's the nature of the fact that you had Horde having a candidate, their own candidate this time for folks to get excited about. Obviously, Omeka has his own, base of support, his farms and everything that probably didn't vote last time. And then you've also got, you also had Test finally getting a candidate through that was, out there pushing hard. So, I mean, I assume Creature would have had those kinds of votes last time if he hadn't gotten kicked off. But it was in the middle of voting when Creature was taken down.
Well, that's because
So-
the rest of our candidates use soft R. So
There you go. So I feel like, at the end of the day, we probably would have had higher turnout last year if we had all the null blocks putting a good candidate up. And you throw Dunk in there, and you throw Billy in there, and you throw Gobbins in there, and right there, that's gonna energize bases of support that otherwise might not have voted at all.
Well, that's
So-
just it, because these were not just candidates from Horde, from Test, from Brave, right?
Oh, these were very popular people.
Very well-known, high-level candidates within those, from those organizations. So therefore, pretty much everybody from the top man down to the bottom man or person or whatever, knows who they are and probably has some degree of respect for them within their organization.
And also, in addition to the folks that won, you also have to look at, there were a lot of folks that ran that didn't win this time that also had significant support and said significant name ID that probably drove people that never voted before to vote. I mean, between Manic and Matterall and Mike, who has his own group base of support that has been there for him before, there are probably a lot of people that have set it out in the last couple of elections that said, you know what, I'm going to vote this time. And even if their candidate didn't win, they still showed up and voted. So that increased the turnout too.
Yep. And when you look at okay, let's just start off with kind of the final round, right? Steve Renukin wins over Sort Dragon by 12 votes.
That is insane. That is literally insane. And I told Sort this after it happened. I said, oh my God. Because my last real life election, I lost by 56 votes. And that was a kick in the balls. 12 votes, especially at a 30-some thousand pet cast, that's a real.
So I had a question about
That
that.
is rough.
He was down by 11. He needed 12 to win. So what happens if he had gotten those 11 and they were tied? What do they do then?
I don't even know. I have no
I mean,
idea.
I don't think that would ever happen. But it got
They fight to
close
the
enough.
death.
It's-
throw
Well,
it
hold
back
on.
style.
It's I
They
think
go out into
Um,
to like in the middle of Jita and just duke it out and
No,
let
no.
God decide.
You also have
No,
to,
it's still
you
ranked
also have to
ballot.
remember that this does go out into decimal places. Okay, we're saying 12 votes.
That's
but
true.
It's really out to decimal
Hmm.
places. Okay?
Okay.
Because as you have the trickle down vote and whatnot, there is a factor applied to it and all that. So really, the votes are not whole votes.
if you
Yeah.
saw the
You know what we do in
dump-
Virginia? At the end of a tie after a recount?
Gerrymander? I don't know. What do you do?
Flip a coin. We literally flip a coin.
Wow.
We literally flip a
Like,
coin.
really?
And it happened.
Is it like a Super Bowl
Legitimate.
coin? Like you
A
have a
year or
special
2
coin
years
for
ago.
it?
That's when the gerrymandering doesn't get done right.
Yeah, exactly. That that
Then
when
you
you're
go to
flipping a
counting
coin, the
chads.
gerrymander fucked up.
We kept control of the General Assembly by a coin flip, I want to say 2 years ago, if I
Wow.
recall correctly. It's pretty crazy.
Well, it happens so rare, I'm sure.
It's the last time what happened was the 70s.
Okay.
Wow.
At least they don't have dueling pistols anymore.
Sadly, that would have
Sad
been fun.
thing.
That would have been awesome.
I should have.
Mine's in front of the courthouse.
I mean, like, what is it? The Hamilton and Burr thing was kind of
Yeah,
over
Hamilton and
political
Burr.
stuff, but that wasn't a sanctioned duel. That was like illegal, and they did it anyway.
Wasn't
There
that
were
like
two
the
members
should
of
do-
Congress
should
who
do
dueled in the
fisticuffs.
1840s, and one of them killed the other guys. The last time a member of Congress killed another one.
Who's the one who
Should
beat
just
another guy
brawl.
with his cane?
That was Preston Brooks beat Charles Sumner on the floor of the Senate.
Man, the House
The
is fucking
floor of the
OG as
Senate?
shit back then.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, Sumner was this
the
big
king.
anti-slavery guy, and Preston Brooks was from North Carolina, and he was a big slavery guy. And Sumner got up and was trashing one of Brooks's cousins. So Brooks came over to the other side of the Senate and yelled at him, started smacking him with his cane. And then Sumner got caught in his desk, so he couldn't fight back, and Brooks just beat the living
God,
shit out of him.
Go fucking cane beater.
Merkel Chan
So,
just showed up.
the end of that story, which is kind of funny, and I know this is going on, but it's kind of amusing. So Brooks was going to get censured by the House, so he resigned, and he got reelected because everybody loved the fact that he beat the shit out of that guy with a cane. And they actually, for the rest of his life, people sent him canes in the mail just in case he needed them.
That's amazing.
Merkel
Who
Chan
doesn't like
showed
a
up
good
in
beat
chat.
down?
Someone's like, "Oh, hi, Merk."
Yeah, congratulations,
Michael Chan.
Mark. We mentioned your name earlier, but congratulations on being reelected once again.
Carbon Fleet
Um,
number 1.
But yeah, I mean, you look at these later rounds, right? Round 31, Matterall gets eliminated, right? Round 31 out of 34, Matterall.
I was impressed. He went a very long time.
Yeah, close.
He did. Cornac. Now, Cornac was again from where?
Test.
Like I
Got
say,
it.
he's tested.
Right. He was the number 2 guy on the test ballot, right? So
think so.
Test got close to racking out 2 plus however you want to look at Brave within the overall legacy organization with Dunk and whatnot. Got pretty close there, and then yeah, we talked about the last round. But yeah, it was well, actually, I'm sorry, and then in the round before last, right? Stitch Caneland.
Wait, so
went out.
Noisy, you say Kigali didn't put Cornac on the Brave ballot? That's correct. Well, there you go. That's the thing.
I'm kind of surprised
Interesting.
Stitch didn't get elected, especially wasn't he #1 on the Init ballot or something like that?
He was, but I'll tell you, I mean, Pando and I put the underdog ballot together, and we were happy we got a. I talked to Izuki. I think we helped him there, but we didn't push it that hard. It wasn't like when I ran. I mean, we were pushing it hard when I ran. We didn't push it that hard. We just put it out there and said, hey guys, if you're looking for folks to vote for, you don't know who to vote for. Either you can vote the Imperium ballot, which I think a lot of people did, or you can vote our underdogs ballot. And these are guys that we think are going to be good for the game, that are probably not. They're not on a big nullsec block ballot other than Dunk, and check them out. So Zuki was #2. I think he took a lot of the benefit once Stitch lost. So besides, hey, you know what? We're in it. We're wormholers at heart, so we had to help our wormhole brother.
In it to
Well,
win
they
it.
lost you, Brisk. You're the big wormhole advocate.
Well, it's all right. Zuki will do a good job too.
Now, the one thing I will, say again this year, right? Given the number of votes that were cast, and the higher quota, this is the first year. Is this the first year in the Goons Get 3 that all 3 didn't make it by way of meeting the quota? A nominate did not make the quota. He was one of the last. He made it long enough into it, right, to be able to outlast other people. But I think that's another kind of shocking turn this year, is that even with, I think it was, a solid increase in overall, Goon ballot votes, right? Their first 2 made it on by meeting the quota, Aerith obviously, and then Merkel Chen. But a nominate was, was one of the ones that kind of pulled up the rear there and got in just by strength of beating anybody else left out.
I don't think it's that shocking, and I think the funny thing is, if you ask us, and Hyper can back me up on this. If you talk to Eris or any of the guys, Imperium does the best when everybody else doesn't vote, and that's when our organization and our power at showing up. I know makes a difference, because our guys vote. If their guys don't, we're going to win. So when turnout from non-Imperium blocks is higher and people are not voting the Imperium ticket, then we're going to struggle a little bit more. But honestly, the fact that we can still get 3 on there, most of the times it was only 2 was what we were, generally, looking at. So the fact that we can guarantee 3 now is still pretty good.
Well, that, and plus, especially after, they had what they called it GSM last year. And,
right.
With the outrage, we're, expecting probably more people to vote against. And, obviously, like, Horde had their ballot and stuff. But the fact that even
Omega got a lot of the anti-Goon vote, I'm sure.
Yeah, but we still got 3 guys on, and that's still really good. And a lot of people like-minded, and so it'll be interesting. I just bummer that Zanera didn't get on again. I'm looking forward to him getting on CSM someday again.
That will be nice.
Yeah, probably in the minority
Brisk
on that
is just
one.
like. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of an awkward,
That'd be nice.
awkward pause.
Can you imagine
to
Zanera and Omeka on? That'd be interesting.
Again,
that would be great to be a fly on the wall. I wouldn't want to be on the CSM, but I'd like to be in the room.
The pre-elimination tally. Okay, so this is after everybody else has already gone. The pre-elimination tally of the final round, right, was Izuki Z coming in, a nominate, and then Steve Renukin with that edging out of Sword Dragon, which again, this goes back to kind of that base that Steve has out there as not being nullsec, and having been on there for a long time, name recognition, solid individual, and man, 11, 12 votes. Wow! Don't tell me you shouldn't vote. Don't tell me you shouldn't vote. If your man lost by 11 or 12 votes, you should have voted.
But their vote
wasn't he also the one that was throwing the axe really well at?
I was thinking.
Yes, I would not want to make Steve angry.
He's exactly.
Yeah, he is a good axe
I thought about the axe throwing thing, but I was like, rooftop kegger or axe throwing. All right, that's an easy decision.
Why not both?
That's hard to say.
Why not both?
Oh yeah, Matt, we should have had that over there.
But yeah. All right, so so now we've talked about the results and all that. Just while we have a few more minutes here to kind of wrap this up before we get into the mayhem that was Eve North. What about the overall composition of this CSM? What do we think about that?
I mean, it's like I said before. This is a very nullsec heavy CSM, as much or more than last year. I don't know what that means. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think everybody that's playing the game, that's on there cares about the game and they want to make sure the game is healthy. So I don't think the composition is a huge deal. I mean, look, I've talked to old Mecca. We've all had chats with folks, and I mean, my only advice is my advice has been the same: go to Iceland, have fun, don't get banned. And then my other advice has been to make sure that you're, working together because they listen to you more when you guys are all on the same team, pulling in the same direction. And if folks can do that and put aside their petty in-game differences and work for the health of the whole group, then they'll be fine. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt till they get there.
Do you actually think it's as CSM heavy as last year? I mean, I don't think that it is. Is Olmec considered nullsec because he hunts there, or like when we say nullsec, what do we mean by that? Don't we mean like nullsec residents?
Yeah, I think traditionally I would think of it as like one of an alliance that lives and operates in nullsec. But yeah, it doesn't have to be a big block. It can even just be like, I mean, even renters I would assume are nullsec because I mean they don't.
Sovno, exactly, Dirk.
Yeah.
Other Dirk.
But I mean, look, when I look at it, I'm looking at where people primarily play. So on the CSM, Steve is in HighSec, Zuki's in Wormholes. Everybody else primarily plays in nullsec. I don't look at it as empire building or alliance leadership or whatever.
No, not type.
Those guys happen to be in null. So I consider Omeka a null guy. He's not a null bear, obviously. He's not out work mining, but then neither was I.
Was he a HighSec?
He's not a HighSec guy either. He does Wormholes because that's part of the hunting deal. But for the most part, when I see him and like 9 of his all sitting and hacking in, all right, I know the guy's in nullsec. So we see him in Delve all the time. We see him in Aquarius all the time. It's just he's a nullsec guy. Now, granted, his playstyle is different, but so was mine. So was Jintan. So was Suetonia's. Even though Suetonia spends most of his time in low sec, but he's been a nullsec guy. He was a former Karma Fleet guy. So I mean, you could arguably say everybody last time theoretically was nullsec too. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, and that's something that I always get into with these guys, and Olmec and I've had out about it too. When you're on the CSM, you don't represent your play style. You don't represent, the area that you come from or your group. You represent the whole game because that's who elects you. So it's in your best interest to speak on behalf of the entire game and recognize that just because something you don't do something doesn't mean that it doesn't deserve attention or need help.
Well,
I hope these guys will do faction warfare this year because it's their turn.
Well, Briss, do you have any helpful hints to Omeka, especially if he can't get his agenda through?
I told him. I said what I've said from the beginning. Talk to the other guys, find common ground, work together, make relationships with the CCP guys. Gobbins and I had like an hour-long conversation. I told him all the same stuff. And at the end of the day, recognize that you're not going to get everything that you want. You may get an opportunity to present your ideas, but that doesn't mean everybody's going to like them. And don't get discouraged if what you want to focus on is not what CCP wants to focus on, so they don't do it. And if you do that, you're going to be fine. But I say, honestly, the best thing to do is just be a team player. Don't be a contrarian. Don't go in throwing bombs because that's the easiest way to get, relegated off to the side and nobody will listen to you. And then you're not successful and you're not beneficial and you just turn into somebody that's going to be out there complaining all the time. We don't need any more of those guys.
Yep. And just before we end with end this here, I just want to let everybody know that is in this channel right now. If you want to turn on twitch.tv/Imperium News, make sure you've got that on, number one, so you can see the freaking chat out there, what people are saying and whatnot. But also because we will be rolling the video as we roll into the Eve North segment here in a second. So give you time to load that up. Look, obviously, Steve is not nullsec. I don't consider Olmec to be kind of the same nullsec that we traditionally mean when we're talking about people like Aerith, Merkelchen, and Nominate, Killabee, Gobbins, Villy. All right, Dunk. Obviously, he's a nullsec guy, but I think he runs with kind of a mindset in a number of different areas, whether it be industry, whether it be just he's a nice guy, whatever the hell it is. So I think this year is actually a little less true blue nullsec than last year was, but whatever. I think it's a solid CSM, and you know what? I'm just going to call the first shot right now to congrats, guys. Congrats for having the fucking balls to go out there and run for the CSM and go do what you got to do. You guys are actually moving into a really interesting I don't know, whatever your first meeting is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
Shots to you.
Shots.
Congrats. Have fun.
All right, no,
Don't
real
get
quick
banned.
before I roll the video.
Yeah, I can't wait to see those notes.
Real quick
CSM
before
notes.
I roll, there's a bunch of resubs, so I'm just Brisk. Tier 2. You've been doing Tier 2 this whole time?
Yeah.
Well,
He never gets
15
past
months,
Tier
thanks,
2, man.
Apo Prime, thanks, man. Alpha Prime X Prime. Commander A's 16 months. Roderick 4 months. Blastem 33. Liz Relive 15
Blast
months. Novatian Games or Novation Games, sorry, 6 months, and J Sparks Prime sub. Thanks, guys. All right, gonna roll a video.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the Eve North rehab recap. We call it the rehab recap because there's a little bit of fucking rehabilitation that comes from these things. After you go. So this is it. Load it up. And bogus. Why can't mommy wear short sleeve? No, don't fucking record that.
Dude, it was on. It's on. It's on.
I'm just like fucking hotel room memeing and shit. It's like, come on. My rap game is fucking solid, but
Is it?
it is. I can rap about. Well, honestly, with the Sheck West fucking song, I can literally make up shit about anything. I'll be like, the Matani.
how it is.
Hey, you never got rain
Yeah,
either.
no, like there was a
Wow.
bunch of. I was bad because I didn't. There was a lot of stuff because I was out partying. There was times I'm like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be filming. Fuck, and so I missed a lot of good stuff. But I didn't get rain at all the whole time, and I didn't get IAV. So there's a bunch of people. I'm sorry, I didn't film as much as I was supposed to, but it was quite the party. It was good.
No love for the co-hosts.
It's hard being the
It's
camera.
all right.
man.
I told her I was like, I'll get you on the cruise. I'll get some shit on the cruise. So.
So, Kate, now that you're on, did you finally did you survive?
I didn't get to
how
Lana
did Dirk,
either.
How did Dirk not die? That was my big question.
I don't know
was
how
worried
we
that he
all
was gonna
didn't die.
I was
It was
very
bad.
worried.
To keep up with you, Kate.
Jesus, so bad.
I had to make sure. I kept texting you because I was worried about Dirk. So,
It was a comment. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't all fucking me. Like, Junior can beast mode with the best, actually. Okay, she's got no recovery time. I was up the next I was up the next morning to go to the opening ceremonies. I was up for, I don't know, no, I'm sorry, I was up the next morning because Thursday night was the night we just went out and had a good time. People are rolling into town and whatnot, and we ended up going to
we
this
went
kind
to
of
that
gamer
bar. The gamer bar.
Yeah, and Power up, yeah, and we had a good. I'm sorry. We should back up a little bit, okay? Blossom didn't get into town until later. Mrs. McGurk and McGurk Jr. and I and Drayden and the crew from Eve North and Devs and all that. We ended up going to this dinner that they were having on Thursday night. It was like at the Storm Crow. Who here is related to the Storm Crow that can explain what it is?
I think it's a tavern in D&D.
Not you. I was trying to
My bad. Sorry.
Shut the fuck up, Drayden.
It's a chain of gamer themed bars.
Oh.
It's like
Well,
a
not
chain.
really a chain. There's only 2 of them.
No,
Yeah,
there's
there's
like
only
3 or
there's
4.
only
Is
two,
there?
but the thing that I found was super interesting was the owner actually reached out to me over Facebook and was like, "Hey, yeah, I want to do something for Eve. I'm an ex-goon," and we were like, "What?"
Shut up.
So
really?
yeah,
What?
that's awesome.
so right off the hop, we were like, "Yeah, we need to do this." So the whole idea behind the Thursday night dinner with devs and volunteers was, I really wanted to do something special for the volunteers and certain people really, who came out and were going to be promoting Eve North. But again, huge shout out to my team and any of the volunteers, because I knew that if we didn't give them a chance to sit down with the devs, they were going to be working their asses off all weekend. They probably weren't going to get a chance. So I said, you know what? We're going to take like an hour and give them this opportunity and roll with it. And that's what we did.
Yeah, so we went there, and at first, drinks were a little bit slow and whatnot. I think they only had one person working, and then all of a sudden they brought in some more staff to help out with the room and whatnot. Well, I should also mention that the Toronto subway, or whatever they call that thing up there, was not functioning properly on our way there, so we had to wait down in whatever and it was raining, which also kind of sucked. So but then we finally got there, and we ordered up some drinks and just started talking with people, and you're seeing for those of us who have been at other events and whatnot, you're seeing other people that are coming in that you've recognized from other time other Eve meets and stuff. It was great, and we actually got some food in our belly, which was really, I swear to God, Mrs. McGurk and I were calculating it the other day. That was one of 5 meals I had that weekend.
Yeah.
Wait, what? You only ate 5 times?
It was.
Yeah,
We
scroll
were.
back.
When you
liquid
drink most of your
nutrients.
calories.
It's
you
like
want
we
it was
wake
like a
up.
cold
We
body
Other
needed
than the
sandwiches he was
Pringles and
drinking.
Pepperidge Farm goldfish that I had in my room.
We'd wake up and we'd get lunch / breakfast at Aviva, and then we would just
Cold
go out
brunch.
and do shit. We'd forget to eat the rest of the day.
Oh, that
But
was my
did
problem.
We were
anyone-
so busy, and then we had to be at the event, so we just didn't eat.
We were shoving
Did
food
anyone
down
roll the
Ivy's
dice
face.
for the burger?
I
Or was
sat
it
down.
just me?
I sat down for 5 minutes, and they're like, "She's sitting. Next thing I know, I've got a cup of tea, and somebody's throwing sushi in front of me. They're like, "Eat now." And I'm like, "Okay."
That was me.
And for
See-
anyone who sees me on screen here, it's not like I don't fucking eat. But
Well,
We know that.
I can
I
totally
lost 4
understand
pounds.
the whole.
That's because you were
guessing.
chasing him down. That's the whole time.
Did anyone roll the dice for the burger, or was
Yeah.
that just me?
I
That
know.
was
I
No.
did.
Yeah, a lot of us
Yeah,
did.
I didn't
burger
do that 'cause
I
I-
got this massive burger that legitimately took me about 40 minutes to get through because
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like
you got
triple patty
triple.
and dear lord.
Well, I had lime pickle in mine, but weirdly, it was nice.
That,
But
the Dungeon burgers
weirdly,
are
it
so
was
good.
nice.
It
But
took
yeah,
us
so-
like 50 minutes to get our shots.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah, I
It
was
did
ready
take
to
us a
go
little
behind
while.
the counter and start
my-
pouring drinks myself.
Oddly
Well-
enough, my first shot in Canada, because Matt's like, I know we're gonna do a bunch of fucking Tito's this weekend, so you know what? We're doing tequila now, and I'm like, isn't tequila like a really late night shot?
Nah, just start with
Do
tequila.
people do
We were just
tequila
pregame with it.
right off the fucking bat?
Yeah.
In
Oh, yeah.
Canada, yes.
They're like, it's
Although
exotic.
like I don't like a lot of tequila. I mean like what's that? Patron's not bad. But
Yeah,
it's a
he
little
hates that
spendier.
fucking Olmeca Gold shit. That stuff's nasty.
Wow.
Well, I can tell you my tequila
Wow.
tour in Mexico. I had a tequila tour in Mexico, but I'm not going to be a tequila snob now. Just saying.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
I totally get the whole thing about hosting a big event and not getting food. When I hosted the Goon dinner, we had 140 people or something, and I was just running around with my head cut off, making sure everything's taken care of. So I totally understand. You're like, my brother would come and bring me food. He's like, you need to eat. Here's some alcohol, drink. Okay, now I can enjoy this. The second time through is always gonna be a lot easier.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna hire a freaking food caddy or something like that one of these times. I'm gonna think it out in advance and be like,
Well,
I
you need-
won't get myself there on my own, so could you please just like, I don't know, bring me
No,
a fucking triple cheeseburger?
What's going to
or
happen
something?
is Dirk is going to bring a bag full of monster burgers to the next thing and just carry them around in case he gets hungry.
Oh shit.
Is it
Some
like
Whataburgers.
he needs
burgers.
Sack
He needs
White
a
Castle.
Sherpa app. Find the Sherpa app,
The
Dirk.
Sherpa app, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
When I go to Seattle,
I mean, like even last year at Vegas, it was like we're out at the freaking cabana. I like order up, I don't know how many freaking In-N-Out burgers and have them delivered. I ate like a half an In-N-Out burger. It's just like I don't know when you're in the fucking groove, the last thing you're thinking about is what can I pack down that's gonna stop the next beer.
Yeah, when I head to Seattle tomorrow, I'm gonna have to before we get on the boat, I'm gonna have to see if a bunch of people want to go. There's a restaurant there called Dick's.
Dicks.
And they
Get a
sell
big
like
bag of
bags
dicks.
of burgers, and they literally call it on
Go.
their menu a bag of dicks. So you can
Awesome.
order a bag of dicks, and you get a whole bag of
Go.
burgers.
Is that at
Yes.
SeaTac?
It's in Seattle. It's just a fast food restaurant. It's kind of like almost
okay.
designed like an old like 1940s, 50s diner style burger place.
Mm.
Yeah, it's called
Is it like-
Dick's
is it
Last
like
Resort.
Five
Dick's
Guys?
Last Resort.
Oh yeah, Dick's Last Resort.
Yeah,
We got one here in Vegas.
Wait, we do blast them?
Yeah, we do.
What's
Oh,
up,
there's
house?
one of these.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotta try
I would
that.
like to say, though, for the record, if I tell Drayden to eat a bag of dicks, I'm not talking about that restaurant.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was that one. What was it? Someone heard that one meme. They're like Seattle, the one city where you could tell someone to eat a bag of dicks and it's not an insult.
Oh yeah, the other thing that I should mention because it actually happened earlier was I smuggled 6 bottles of Tito's and 36 Yingling into Canada, and they're like, "Do you have anything to declare?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "We're just going to a gaming convention."
Yeah, as long
And
as
she's
it's
like,
under
she's
$1,000,
like,
you're fine.
she's like, which of you are going to a gaming convention? I'm like, oh, I am. My wife and daughter are coming along, and yeah, I'm like, yes, I know, I'm old to be a fucking gamer. I get it.
You're a gamer? You're an
You're
elderly
like, I'm
man.
gonna play Fortnite.
You don't look like a gamer.
Like Duck Hunt?
I'm a gamer, too. I play Candy Crush.
Do you play
Oh, get some of those
Oh.
You
canes
play
sent to you.
Farmville?
Clash of
AARP
Clans?
Alliance.
I was legit sweating going across the border, being like, I don't know,
Transporting a felonious amount of
Yeah,
alcohol.
exactly. You know what I mean?
Not
It's
gonna
like,
do
whatever.
anything.
It's like it's not the first time 6 Tito's went across the
Yeah,
border, so it's like, whatever.
Dirk's got nerves of steel. He's like going across with like a whole case of Tito's. Like, you have any like alcohol or anything? Nope. I go to the
Nope.
airport and
I
I,
threw the jacket over.
you know, I,
It was in the
They didn't
back on
ask
the
that.
floor. I'm like, throw the jacket on the case of beer right now. So Dark
Yeah.
Jr. did
I,
that.
I was gonna try and bring some all dressed
Just
chips
say it's
over. And
hers.
they're like, "Do you have any snacks in your bag?" I'm like, "Yeah."
And just so people know, I wouldn't have normally.
You don't want to
taken-
lie.
I wouldn't have
I've been
normally
to jail. I
taken
don't-
beer. I
Canadian
wouldn't have
jail's
normally
pretty
taken
nice.
beer to Canada.
No yingling.
But
No yingling.
there was somebody who I think used to live in Pennsylvania and whatnot, but now actually lives in Michigan or whatever. And they're like, "Look, I'm going to be up here. Can you bring me some Yingling?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah, it's whatever." I was driving, so it was like, I did it. So that's why I had.
We drank it all.
That's what. Well, we drank what we had left, but we gave them theirs. Yeah,
It's a
whatever.
thought that
Sergeant
counts.
Sergeant Relic.
So I have a very important question. Dirk, where is McGurk Jr.? I want to hear her side of this whole
At work.
She's at
at
for another 50 minutes. She'll probably swing in here at the top of the hour, or at least when she gets home, and then she's like going out with friends or something. But yeah. So, anyways, we went out to dinner. Then we went out to that, that bar afterwards, Power Up or whatever, and had a really chill time with just the people that were kind of with us and whatnot. and
God,
yeah,
we
it
were
was
like
in-
karaoke like scream rock songs on.
Well,
Yeah,
we were
we
doing-
were. I can't remember. what we
You
sang.
and me,
What
like,
did we sing?
yeah, like a bunch of people came and were like, "You gotta sing Du
Oh, Du
Hast."
Hast.
Yeah, we did Du Hast, and then
Du Hast.
I think the whole bar did.
yeah, the
Yeah,
whole bar
she
did
did.
Du Hast, and then Dirk and I did
I did
Down
the
with
Killers.
the Sickness, and Dirk was doing the like, "No, mommy, don't hit me again" part. I'm like, oh,
my
I
God.
usually don't sing
Yeah,
that
that was
part.
good.
If anybody
That was
has
good.
that on video, I want that.
I heard
What
that. It was
bar?
pretty
Yeah,
epic.
I-
They don't even play
And then,
on
and
the,
what was
on
it?
the radio.
Jaded comes over, is like, "Dude, we gotta sing Slipknot." So what did we fucking sing? Like, yeah, some Slipknot song.
Wow. Before I forget this.
Yeah, before I forget, yeah. So it's just like, okay, I didn't think that we were doing rock karaoke or like metal karaoke, whatever it is.
That's
Just
why
go
they
ahead,
had-
thank
That's
you.
why they had
That's
That's why
guitars
we
in
keep
the-
going
in the
But they had
backwards.
killing us
and
in
get really
music.
good music.
And then Apo jumped on the Slayer wagon.
You betcha. Slayer and Opeth. And
And Opeth. Yeah.
I didn't actually get to do Motorhead, though.
But yeah, so
right. So
yeah,
that was Thursday.
that was literally Thursday night.
Very calm, cool.
Very
I sat-
mellow.
I had not slept at that point in over 36 hours. I did not sleep the night before driving to Canada. I just couldn't fall asleep. We we had done the whole kind of ballot show that we did on talking in stations and whatnot, and I could not fall asleep the rest of that night. And so
Yeah,
I
I had traveled from Cozumel, which was down to Mexico. I left Cozumel at 7:00 in the morning, which was 6:00. No, 8:00 in the morning. I traveled all day, basically through. Oh my God, it was the worst travel, but I got there.
So I said to my yes, Trialis, I'm from Pennsylvania, Eastern Pennsylvania, Lehigh Valley area. Anyways, so I hadn't slept. So I told them, I'm like, I'm not going to the aquarium the next morning. I need to sleep. I need to get my sleep back to be able to do it. I woke up. I'm like, you know what? Oh my God. I wandered down to the. Well, I woke up while they were taking showers and all that kind of stuff. But then they left, and then I wanted to go down and just get a cup of coffee and maybe come back to the room and what. And I saw them all down in the lobby, and I ended up going to the aquarium too. And
Yeah,
it was like,
the aquarium
your
looked
life.
awesome.
it
I
was.
I did.
awesome.
It was very nice, and it was one of those places where it was like you could just fucking wander through half comatose and be like, "Oh look, shark."
My daughter loves
Well,
that aquarium.
they have a
Like I think
people
we've been to it
mover.
like 3 times.
I
You don't
love the
have to walk.
picture.
They have a people mover.
I love the
It
picture
was-
of Drayden, and was it Rain that was going through the little tunnel? I was like,
Oh,
oh,
the
that's cool.
kids
You can
thing,
go through
yeah.
the tunnel, and then freaking Dirk's like, oh, that's the kids' tunnel. I was like, ah, this
Yeah,
makes
it actually
sense.
had a tunnel on the thing on the side. It's like kids' entrance.
It
And I'm
actually
like,
had
that's
a
me, and I just
sign.
ran
Cool,
into.
though.
It actually had a sign
throw it.
that said "Kids Tunnel Entrance."
Yeah, I felt
When has that
qualified.
ever stopped you guys?
Yeah.
It didn't
Never.
stop
I went through
Drayden.
it.
It didn't stop her. It didn't stop McGurk Jr.
We all went through it. We all went
Yeah, well, I
Yeah,
wasn't
the
gonna.
best thing is
The last thing I was gonna have anything to do was like cut my ass out of a freaking plexiglass tunnel underwater.
with sharks.
Because you would have gotten stuck. You know what would have happened.
But yeah, so we did
Yes,
that.
yes,
We got done with that, and then we went and caught brunch over at this restaurant, and it was like
Viva.
a lot of food. Yeah, it was like a
Viva.
lot of food at Canadian prices, which Toronto prices anyway. It's a little expensive. Just city prices, whatever. And then what did we do? Oh, we basically went back and like
Kitty cat.
got ready to go
Yeah.
to Matt's patio
Yeah, then we headed
party on
straight
the
over
roof
there.
of
Yeah.
his condo.
Oh man, the Uber ride. Okay, so you guys probably got the normal Uber. When we were taking the okay, so the Uber. I'm gonna tell this one.
we waited. Oh my God, how long did I had to wait for our Uber driver for like 30 minutes?
No. So it was me and DC. The shit.
Cork,
It was
Cork?
Cork. Me and Cork, and fuck. It's the
me.
It was you and the code
The other
guy.
streamer.
The code
the
guy.
code.
Yeah, fuck. It's like Decius, I think. I'd have to look up the name. I'm bad at remembering names on paper, but
Yeah, he
so-
streams on Tuesday nights.
yeah. I've seen him before. But we Zaltsev,
Zaitsev,
Zaitsev, yeah. Thanks for reload. We get in the Uber, and it's this Asian Uber driver, and he's literally running Uber and Lyft at the same time, but he's new to both. He's not a driver, and apparently his Lyft pickup, like when he picked us up, and we'd been waiting for a while, and he when we picked us up,
30, at least 30
yeah,
minutes.
the Lyft chick, she was already waiting for like 30, 40 minutes, and then she called him, and she started bitching at him. She's like, "Why aren't you here to pick me up?" He's like, "I can't pick you up. I picked up other passengers." She's like, "You motherfucker!" So she's chewing his ass out on the phone, and we're just like,
I wait long time. You pick me up, motherfucker.
yeah. He's like, "Well, if you want to wait another 20 minutes, I come pick you up." And it's like, bro, I don't think she's gonna want to get a pickup, dude. Anyway, so then we start heading there. He couldn't figure out the GPS, and like Cork is basically having to tell him how to where to go, looking at the guy's GPS.
It was literally fucking straight.
Yeah, it was, and
it was literally straight. Yeah,
Then the Uber driver's like, "When I drop you off, I will have to relieve myself." And we're like, "What?
Do you mean like
wait, what?
Like right here.
Find it. Push somewhere.
Well, and we're like, "Dude, we can't just invite you into someone else's house. Like, I'm sorry you got to take a piss,
Just
but like,
hand him an empty bottle.
I don't know what to tell you." And he's like, "It's like, well," Cork was like, "That sucks," because Cork has no filter. And so we're like, I don't know, man. You're going to find someplace else." He's like, "I don't think I might not even be able to make it there." And we're like, "You can piss your pants in the Uber?" Like driving us there. Oh, so he eventually
5-minute ride.
Yeah, well, and then the
it's
road.
only a 5-minute ride because we got in the car. We got in the first car first. We had a freaking Tahoe, and it was Sadist. Well, Sadist got a freaking Tahoe, and Saren Blackfist, who's part of the Imperium and writes for Kotaku, was with us, and we rolled down there, and it was like, dude immediately just dropped us off. We're like, "Yo, bro, later," and it's like we just like strolled on it. Now, hold on, we get to the elevator, and at this point, nobody knows which floor this is on. Okay. So luckily there was a resident there, and at first I pressed PH because I'm thinking it's the roof, right? It's like the
Penthouse.
up. Okay, I just pressed the highest button on there, and it didn't do anything. So I'm like, okay, now what room is it? And he's like, so we look at this other guy in the elevator, and we're like, where's the patio thing? And he's like, oh, that's on floor whatever. And we're like, oh, okay. So we hit that, and end up strolling down, and get there, and there's a keg waiting, and I brought a couple bottles of Tito's, and Drayden had a bottle of Tito's, and like we all brought extra alcohol.
Yeah,
to
Cork
this
brought
thing.
Jaeger.
Because it's like when you go to somebody else's house, you got to bring a freaking alcohol gift. That's just the way it works, people. By the way, if any of you out there don't know that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't.
I'm still staring at that Tito's right now. It's right next to me.
See, there you go. There you go.
So in our Uber ride, of course, we got Cork, is about the size of dirt, pretty big guy. Got me, big guy.
I actually
Cork
think
is
he's
shorter
shorter than I am. for
we've
sure.
got Drayden.
Cork is
Oh my
short.
god! And we're packed in
Cork's a
like
little
this
short.
Acura. Oh my god! It was like the tightest Uber ride ever.
All right, speaking
So
of Uber
tough.
rides, I want to
gonna-
hear
we're gonna
about
do
the
another
most
shot here just real quick.
amazing Uber ride that Drayden had.
So whatever.
Yeah. I
Oh,
was
that's
thinking the
Saturday.
same
The
thing,
one of
Brad.
a kind
we
Uber
gotta
ride
wait,
because it'll
gotta
never
wait,
happen
gotta wait.
again.
That's Saturday. We're going
Oh, no,
chronologically
hold on.
here.
We'll
Yeah,
get
that's
to that.
Saturday.
All right, okay, I want to jump ahead. We're talking about Uber. I
There's-
needed to hear
there's
this
much
story.
more.
That was fun. We had fun there, and then we left about an hour before we had to go to
Well,
the pub crawl.
This is the pre-party for the pub crawl.
Yes.
Okay, so this starts at about 2:30 in the afternoon. All right, we're casually hitting the keg. Like we didn't break the shots out right away.
Casually hitting
in
the
fact,
keg.
the first shots,
Casual.
Casually.
the first shots,
We hit the time limit.
yeah, exactly. The first shots were after Dunk Denkel had come in and brought the briefcase with him. Okay. And that was actually in the video. You saw the first shots he poured there. That was McGurk Jr.'s first shot of friendship or whatever. And and then all of a sudden, like from there it just started to get ripping. Like he
Yeah,
had
snowballed.
music out there. I heard you had food. Not
No.
one of the meals I had.
Well, there was a grill over on the far end of the patio. I
I
didn't
think it was
realize
being
it.
used by like some
Okay.
other residents.
Oh,
Here's what
okay.
happened. I had a 2-4 pack of burger patties from Costco.
You had a
But
what?
I've heard-
You had a what?
I had a 2-4 pack of like burger patties.
What is a
But-
2-4 pack? Like a
24?
24
24
packs.
pieces.
Because a
Burger
2
patties.
4-pack
Canadian
sounds like
thing.
8 burger patties.
Well,
It's
it's-
2 4
it
packs.
sounds like 4 packs.
Fucking
So-
huge.
And I, in my rush to everything, because the traffic there, like there's a traffic accident on the highway, so it took me way longer to get the keg than it should have. But I still planned that in, but it basically left me no time, and I totally forgot the hamburger buns. But I deliberately never advertised the food because that was basically
That's not
alcohol
true.
punching over. What?
That's not true. What you said was, I'm going to have some burgers, but it's first come, first serve, and I won't have enough for everybody.
Yep.
Oops, forget about that part. That was on one of the pings.
Fail.
I don't
Booze
remember
talking,
everything
baby.
I did that night, but I remember things before that.
Oops. Whatever. I had the beer and I had the.
I mean,
vodka,
you could have
so-
just
So
cooked
apparently
burger
that's
patties.
all that
I
matters.
I
Let's be
just ate
honest.
burger patties in my hands without buns or anything. Just
I'm not gonna lie.
You'd
I
like
saw him
to
with the sack.
eat in your
I didn't walk
hands.
over and be like, "Bro, you got some food?" It's like I just didn't.
I'll
Because
eat
you know
it.
why? Didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. That's the right kind of mentality.
Wasn't
to
there
have.
for that.
yeah, no, the
You
rooftop
weren't there
was
for
awesome.
the meat.
Yeah.
Wasn't there for the meat.
And can we just like grab the fact that the guy who was running the pub crawl was already getting drunk on his rooftop?
See,
the
and
hour
I
before?
appreciated that. There are people.
That's okay. That's
I'm
what
not,
you're
I'm not
supposed to
gonna-
do.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, Matt. There are people who didn't appreciate that you, as an organizer, were running a party for the people when you had to, like, be out there and be like the smart, intelligent, forward Group 1 leader of the pub crawl. But I respected it.
I'm a veteran.
You
I know
respecting
guys
it
do.
while
Yeah.
drunk?
simple.
X for doubt.
We were thinking that the rooftop thing was gonna be like a nice pregame before the pub crawl. And when we hit the pub crawl, I was hammered. And I was like,
God, yeah.
I walked to
Team
the pub
6,
crawl with
baby.
my
Team
beer.
6.
yeah.
Yingling
Team
it.
six.
Hold on. The intro to tonight's video
Was
the halftime between his party and going out to the pub crawl.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
And
like,
there
because
I am throwing down some Sheck West, like, what?
well, the thing is, like, there was pretty much only 3 times it pulled the camera out, and that was the rooftop party, the pub crawl, and then Lee's Palace. So, like, all the shots are pretty much.
And
from
apparently my bedroom in between.
And-
Yeah, whoa,
I had that
hey.
one.
Whoa.
That was on today.
There was a
Congratulations,
There's
Jeff
footage that will
McDirk.
never be shown.
Yeah, there was a couple other spots, but there were a few people that
Browsers.
there was like 2 or 3 people that came up to me that asked me like, I don't want to be
No,
on
me-
camera.
no, me
I got them
saying
on
that-
camera. There's
not
like,
like
I don't
my
want to be on
bedroom.
camera, so I had to cut those shots out. So
What was
He
it?
kept them
What,
for personal
Blast
use.
almost ate the camera
Well,
or something?
I mean, I'm not worried. I mean, all those files I'm not going to use now. But the thing is, like, I was recording for a while, and then I got someone in a shot, and they're like, I don't want to be on camera. I'm like, well, I'm not deleting this whole thing because there's a bunch of other stuff I'm going to use. But I told him, I was like, don't worry, I won't put you in a video, so you'll be.
So
out.
what?
Okay, so let's move it along.
Arath was there?
Huh?
Who was
Who?
what?
Aerith was there? Just kidding. Anyways,
Nobody
continuing
knows
on.
if Aerith was
That was a
there.
bad
because
joke.
nobody knows
Oh,
if
no,
Aerith
you
was
know
there.
that joke.
However, there was a Merkel Chen lookalike, okay, that I
Really?
have pictures with, and I called that motherfucker Merkel Chen all night long. But
Also-
I have to give everybody credit though. Like when you guys were assembling on the second floor for pub crawl, the comms discipline when I stood on a chair and yelled check and like everybody stopped talking, we were like, "Yep, battle comms OP."
we've been on drunk fleets. We know how to do this.
Also, can I just point out that we have the Friday night gets a cameo from someone in chat here, Veronica Renelard. You will be making a cameo in this story in a bit.
So, we do the whole thing. We go back. I've got a bottle of Tito's in the room. We're just like doing shots out of the bottle. Like a fucking Yingling in the room. Everybody's got a fucking beer.
herpes
We're all
to
getting
everybody.
ready. And then we go down and we like assemble for the pub crawl. And everybody is supposed to be in group 6 from Open Comms. And I don't know where my daughter ended up freaking going. Okay, but I end up waiting for her, missing group 6 as they go off. All right. So I just like latch onto her when she finally gets there, and we go with whatever group goes out next and whatnot. And we're like walking around, we're just like chilling and having a good freaking time. We literally get to the bar the same time as the back half of group 6, who apparently got lost as fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, Apple.
Yeah.
They were stuck
Well,
in
we
seven
got
with me.
lost.
Well-
Drayden and I lost.
I
group
ended up
6.
picking up most of your group
Everybody
and
got
merged
lost
them into
in that
group
first
5.
thing.
There's
Because
only
they
supposed to
got
be-
there before
sorry.
we did. And
Wait,
left
so
after
Miss-
us.
Yeah, and I'm texting Kate. We're like, "Where the hell are you guys at?" And I'm like, "I have no idea what the street names are."
Yeah.
No idea where we were.
We
We were
just-
with group 6, then
Well,
7.
6 and 7 were
No,
together.
no, no.
4, then 1, then 3.
Well, 6 and 7 were together, and Raiden and Miss Moses were in 7. I started talking with them, and then I turned around and 6 was
Right.
gone. I'm like, oh fuck, all right, well we'll just stick with 7 until we find out where 6 went. And then we
And
lost
then
group
we'll
7,
go
and then we're like, now where are we? Then we were by ourselves,
Well,
and then we had to
what I
found
did is
right.
because I told the rest of 6 to go ahead. I was like, all right, 6, go ahead, and then just take in 2 streets, take a right. I took the road before that one, and we
Oh,
ended
you
up
went down
cutting
station.
Yeah, we ended up cutting through the fucking
Ghost station.
the ghost station.
Yeah,
fucking
the ghost
walkout.
alley.
Yeah, okay.
We did
the
the
back
same
alley.
thing.
But
That's where I
That's
went.
the way
but I
the-
was trying
the
to put
map
some
says.
space
I'm
between
trying to
us and
figure it out.
6.
However,
Yeah.
once
We finally got there.
I don't know what happened at first bar. There may have been mayhem that occurred there that like will never be told again because like whatever, it just fucking happened.
It was pretty mellow.
But like I was about ready to walk into the first bar that we were supposed to go to with whatever group I was, and all of a sudden you guys are walking out, and I'm just like, all right, screw it, I'm with you guys again, and we're going on to that. The pub crawl was absolutely fun. Really had a freaking blast. And there's a video out there someplace. I think it's Reload that has it. Okay.
Yeah, I have that.
I went into the bathroom of one bar, and I come back out again, and I'm like face to face with CCP Falcon and like a group I'm not part of, and I'm like, what the hell is? I'm like, did I fucking time travel to another fucking bar? Where the hell am I? I had no idea that these bars were attached and they shared a bathroom. And, if you took a left coming out of it, okay, except Matt, that was the same bar we went to on Sunday night. And I understood how it worked at that point. I'm like, oh, look, there's another bar here. This must have been that place.
They're literally next to each other on the same block. That
Dirk
was
was
by
like
design, right?
visibly distressed. Like he came up to me like, "What the
Dude,
fuck just
I'm
happened?"
serious. I thought I lost my group. I'm like, where the fuck am I? It's like, am I like a mile down the street? I had no idea. Did I go through a time warp or something? Anyways, it was really kind of fucking weird.
That happened to a couple people.
More than a couple of
So
people.
I think it happened
a
to
lot
a
of
good
people.
chunk
But
of
they're not
people
on video.
Okay,
who,
so
who like came out of the bathrooms and decided to go left instead of right.
so then
I
we
wanna
all
hear
meet up
about
at
the
Power
banning.
Up.
Oh, power
Well,
up, yeah.
Hold on.
Oh wait,
can I
before we
just
get to
ahead of
power
that?
up, the best guy I met was not a Neve player. His name was William. He was from Ireland. Best
that was-
guy.
yeah, that was
Oh
the-
my god.
Can I just give a being the pub crawl leader, I had to do a little bit of investigating. Can I just give a shout out to Veronica Renelard in chat for nearly getting us all kicked out of Scotland Yard? Love
That
you.
was the best.
That was
Highlight
him.
of the
It's
weekend.
amazing.
Yes.
You went
Although
full queen mode
most
and
people
nearly
did
got
not know
screwed.
about this until later. But go ahead, tell the story.
There wasn't much story other than like I hear a bunch of the Scotland Yard staff giving me shit. So one of your buddies is being a little sassy. I'm like, what are you talking about? Just flipping off staff and cold shouldering them. Doing that. I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, oh wait, explain this person to me. It's like, oh, I know who that is. And so I'm like, let me go down the way and start looking for people. So get the story, come back, spend like 40 minutes doing like diplomacy, like IRL Diplo. And just sweet talking the head of security at Scotland Yard, and it was all good after a while. But yeah, it was after that my drink consumption went up dramatically.
Yeah, and that's why I pulled Team
Went
6
up
out of
from high
Scotland
to
Yard early,
extreme.
was because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, you had different teams for the pub crawl?
We were supposed to have
Yeah.
4, but last minute I got a little overridden, and it turned into 7. And how you divide 7 into 4 properly is beyond me. But in any
Should
case,
be
You didn't have to
Five.
divide them
CCP
into
math.
anything. They all
It's just
signed up. for shit.
it's just whoever people signed up, whatever group, and then they had like max numbers, I think. But
yeah.
And
Max
Yeah.
numbers.
I do
Robot,
wanna-
robot,
I do
robot.
wanna-
And then on top of those max
Give me that.
numbers, there were people who were just following the groups.
yeah,
There were
I mean,
there
people
were
just
people doing
intermixing.
that because you could. This was one of those pub crawls where it was like other people could just kind of like tag along, buy their own drinks. They didn't have the drink tickets or whatever, but they could like buy their own drinks, which was also cool.
But the thing is, like, the nice thing was that the drink. It wasn't like you had to use this at this bar, this or the punch card. It was like, here's what was it? Like 3 drink tickets. They work at all the bars on the list. You could just want. So it was you didn't have to stay
And
with your
whatever
own group
drink
if
you
didn't
want.
to. Yeah, you could just go with any of the groups and you could drink. And I mean, obviously you could buy your own shit. So.
And they were super good about the types of drinks. It wasn't like, oh, you can have a Pabst Blue Ribbon or a water.
Anything.
It was pretty much like you couldn't
Bud
get like
Light?
$20 top shelf like stuff, but if
But it was
if
all
it was like
decent
a
shit.
general beer or a general cocktail of some kind or a shot, no problem.
It's
There
basically
was-
choose your own adventure liquor edition.
Yeah, I mean, there was one bar, and I don't know which one it was. I think it was the one after the bathroom, kind of like time warp and
Scotland
shit.
Yard.
Was it the brewery?
Yeah, it was
no,
the brewery.
it was
We all
the next
sat
one.
down somewhere.
Oh, and it was already busy Okay, and like it was already a little backed up with like some of our groups that had kind of like come and were like on their way out and things like that.
Yeah,
and
that's
we
pretty
were
silent.
we were there for a little while. That I think that was the only place that I bought a bunch of like a round of drinks or whatever, because we were there for so long that we'd gone through our free drink thing and whatnot. And it's like, fuck it, if we're gonna be here, let's have another beverage.
Oh, that was also where I gave a friendly tap to Rain and not realizing she's a diminutive person and sent her flying across the bar. Again, I'm sorry,
Tap,
Rain.
tap.
Love you. That was awkward.
But yeah, I mean, it was definitely a freaking outstanding pub crawl. Based on the bars that we went to. What was it, down on the promenade? Is that what they call it?
Esplanade.
The
Yeah.
Esplanade.
The Esplanade. The Esplanade, the Promenade, the Esplanade, whatever. I gotta like know these names.
What are you, Deep Space Nine guy now or something?
Yeah, it's like whatever.
Exactly.
Actually, yeah, no.
Don't go to
No, it's
parks now.
Isn't that Babylon 5? It's Babylon 5, right?
No, it's
Wait,
no, it's
the
DS9.
promenade was on
Deep
Deep
Space
Space
Nine.
Nine.
Deep
Forks
Space.
and
Well, no. Babylon 5 had a promenade also.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Maybe Deep
remembers that?
Space Nine had a
Whoa,
Esplanade.
whoa, fuck you too.
Nerds.
But yeah,
How
it was
embarrassing.
totally fun. And then we meet up.
And then
okay.
And then
We meet up back at the Power Up Bar. Okay.
That's when the serious drinking began.
Which was
Is that before or after Uber bans?
No,
I'm waiting for the story.
I'm waiting for the story too.
We're not on the same day as Uber Bands, okay? And
Still
we're
Friday.
down there, we're just fucking laughing, joking, all this kind of shit. Now it's way more packed than it was the night before when we were just there on kind of like chill out night as people are coming into town and whatnot. And I don't know what the fuck I did. I got kicked out.
I honestly, my best guess is. Yeah. So
I got kicked out. She got 86 right after me. My
Yeah.
daughter's yelling at us outside, going, "Why you ruining my night?"
Family fight on the street.
What
Then-
best
Hannah
dysfunctional
comes up
fight
to
I've
me
ever
and
seen.
says I owe the bar. I have to pay
So-
my tab.
Do I
That
tell the
might have been
pukey
my
story?
fault.
Uh-oh.
It wouldn't
have
you
I
have,
blame- I blame
you
you.
have not
Right
yet.
now, not your fault.
So
Well, no, I'm saying, do I tell the pukey story though?
I was down to all
Oh,
the
yeah.
yes,
We gotta
later,
continue.
later,
So him and I got.
Hold on,
Ivy, go.
Sorry,
Ivy, go.
So what I had done is I'd gone to all the bars before the pub crawl, and I said, "Look, guys, if anybody's like loaded out of their faces, I'm like, don't even question it. Just kick them the fuck out." And they came up to me
Whoever
at
fucking
Power
says
Up,
that?
and they're
Whoever
like,
puts that as a stipulation? What are you, Matterall? Is like trying to
I'm-
like coordinate with
Oh,
with
shit.
somebody swears?
Wow.
"No,
Wow.
I'm a nurse. I was
Wow.
thinking of safety."
Oh, I get it.
So
Okay.
they came
Fair.
over to me and they pointed at you, and I'm like, "Oh shit." I'm like, "Okay, no problem.
What I
I'll
honestly.
go. I'll
Well,
go talk
how
to
did-
Dirk."
Bar.
well, hold on. Are you talking about me in that, Ivy?
Yeah.
Okay. So he comes over, and I think he's just kind of joking. So I kind of like shit talk back with him, thinking, ha ha ha, Dirk gonna be funny. Okay. Did not take it that way at all. He goes,
No, he
goes,
did not.
that's it, you're out. And I'm sitting there going, okay, fine. And then he goes to grab me by the arm.
Don't
I'm
you
like,
know who I
motherfucker, get
am?
the hell off my goddamn arm. Like,
I'm
and
the
then I talked
McGurk,
about something about
motherfucker.
how like napalm and like I'm gonna.
Oh yeah,
napalm
that
this
was our
shit.
conversation. I get you down to the street corner. I get you down to the corner.
You're
and
on
like,
some
I'm gonna
list now.
napalm this bitch.
Oh,
my
God.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to get like you guys into my Uber to go back to the hotel, and Dirk's on the corner screaming. He's like, "I'm fucking blowing this place up with goddamn napalm. You're all
Yep,
gonna fucking
yep.
burn." I'm like, "Dirk, get in the cab." You're like, "Fucking burn," and I'm like, "I'm
What?
getting in my." I'm
gonna burn this place down.
I totally would have. It was just.
And then they called the CRMP.
Whoa, what the fuck?
So then.
And Dirk's like, I don't even know why I got kicked out.
All of a sudden, Mrs. McGurk. All of a sudden, Mrs.
This
McGurk,
wouldn't
I
happen
didn't know
in Las
why
Vegas.
The security guy came. Hold on. I knew why I got kicked out because I was a smart ass asshole. Okay, to the security guy that came over to me,
No.
but I didn't know why the security guy came over to me in the first
I-
place.
I-
Since I was sitting there buying freaking drinks. I was there for I don't know how long and like rolled up $120 fucking tab that's on my credit card. Anyways, okay. Next thing I
He has
know, I'm
McChicken.
upstairs
That's
a
it?
little irritated about
That's
the
like
fact
3
that
drinks in Iceland, dude.
okay, that the guy grabbed my fucking arm. Next thing I know, my wife's up the stairs. She goes, "I just got kicked out," and I go, "What the fuck?"
Okay, so while all this is going on, like while Dirk's
Wait,
getting kicked out,
Wait.
so just before this, McGurk
part's the
Jr.
best.
comes up and she's like, "I gotta puke." I'm like, "All right, not on me."
part's
She's like,
the
"No,
best.
you gotta hold my hair."
You gotta wait for this story.
Yeah, no, she's
I
like,
did
"You gotta
not-
hold
did
my
not
hair."
punch
I
him
was
in the
like,
head for this.
"Well, I can't go in the women's bathroom." She's like, "I'll go in the men's." I'm like,
This part's the best.
"All right." So she goes in there.
Jokes.
She's puking, and I don't know how to hold
She's
people's
like, you
hair
gotta,
back.
hold on, tell the story. The hair.
Well,
the
I know. It's
the
like,
hair
I don't know
thing.
how to hold people's hair back when she's puking. So, like, I guess people kneel down and do it. I'm just she's, like, bent over. I'm standing behind her, just, like, you know, holding it like a handle, just, like, you know. And I'm just, like, standing there like this. And some dude walks in the
Dirk is
bathroom.
not
Yeah,
smiling.
and the stall door is open. Some guy walks in the bathroom. I turn around, and he's like, and just turns around and leaves. I'm like, no. It's not that. I'm holding her hair back.
One
That's
hell
how
of a
McGurk
party.
became a grandpa.
And I was like, fuck. All right. And then we come out of there, and then that's when it's like, hey, someone came up to me. They're like, Dirk's getting kicked out. Kate's getting 86. I'm like, what?
And
I
that's
was like,
when
oh.
Ashley, and that's when my daughter Ashley comes upstairs, and she's like,
Raging.
you know what? You're fucking killing my night. Why do you people do this to me? And it was like, it turned into a complete fucking like just family. Why do families get drunk together and it's not on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I remember coming up the stairs and opening the door and just like kind of seeing her yell at you guys, and I was just like, nope. Turned around and went back.
And then Drayton's like,
I don't want to be in it either.
Hold on. And the whole night, all I wanted to do was go to whatever I thought was Chocolate Rain's karaoke.
Yeah, she was
okay,
at
like,
the karaoke.
I didn't want to be at this power up place because I knew they didn't have legit karaoke. I knew they only had a video game with some karaoke and shit. But so,
Yeah, it was
so it
Rock
was
Band.
like, I'm like, where the fuck is karaoke? Okay, and Drayden ended up taking McGurk Jr. over to the fucking karaoke, and what we found out the next day, it was that Japanese style karaoke where you're in your own private rooms because you're afraid of somebody hearing you. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so glad I totally didn't fucking make it to that.
Yeah. It was well. It was funny.
Somehow I guess I called an Uber and I got there. I don't remember how getting there.
Man,
Wow.
I felt bad because when we
I
got
was
there,
calm by then because I'm gonna tell you right now. Once my daughter and my wife started yelling at each other, I sat there and put my back against the wall and went, "Not gonna end well. I'm gonna be quiet." because you know what? There ain't nothing that fucking kicks off like a mad motherfucker other than mom and daughter yelling at each other.
Yeah. Well, like, when we got to the karaoke thing, I was trying to find where Rain was, and instead of like, I didn't know the doors had windows, so I was just like, and they're supposed to be private rooms, so I'm just going and like open a door. I'm like, Rain, and there's people like singing. They're like, oh, they get like super embarrassed and stop singing. I'm like, oh, sorry, and I go to the next. I did that to like 8 people. I'm like,
no,
I just like kind of like super embarrassed and ruin. I didn't ruin their nights, but they're just like, this is supposed to be a private room.
You ruined their nights.
No, I don't think so. Although I gave him something to talk about. They're like, some fucking drunk dude just walked into our karaoke room.
Rain.
It started saying rain.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't sound like a name. It's like, Rain. What?
Rain, where are you? I'm
He's
looking
so
for you.
smashed, he's looking for rain.
And the best part about this is it's only night one.
No,
This
well,
is
it's
just
night 2
night
for
one.
us. This was night 2 for us, but
Yeah.
And then we get
Official
into.
night
We
It
actually
was night
found,
2 for you guys. It was night 3 for us.
Yeah, we
Thursday
found
was
Rain's
the
room.
chill
That
night.
started Wednesday.
Yeah, we
Thursday
found
was
Rain's
just the chill
room,
room.
and then we started singing like "Be a Man" from Mulan. And I was like,
Yeah,
I
is that
can
what
do
we
this.
sang?
So I was like, so we like the whole room just started singing "Be a Man," swift as a course in river. It's like, all right,
Such a
Yeah,
good song.
Yeah,
Such a
it was
fucking good
excellent.
song.
It was awesome. Although Rain kept passing me
I
the
love
mic,
that you
like,
guys are
sing this.
rocking
I'm like, I
Toronto
don't know
shirts.
this song. She's like, the words are there. I'm like, yeah, the words are there, but I don't know how it goes. I've never heard it in my life.
You like, I just mouth them.
Yeah, I just started reading this. I don't know. I was just too drunk to do anything productive.
I just
But
want to give a shout out to Damascus Kadesh who killed it at karaoke.
Oh,
Killed it.
yeah.
That dude's got
That
some
video,
pipes.
that video of him fucking reeling it out is like, that was some beautiful shit.
yeah, that must have been earlier on because when we got there, I think like most of you guys had left.
What was the? I heard something about like Dirk on the dance floor and looking all serious. Did we already pass that?
Nope.
Did
we
he
haven't
walk
passed
to the
it.
dance
We-
floor?
We
No,
haven't
no, no,
passed
no.
that because
That-
that's
that-
the next day.
That's
along with
Saturday
Uber
night.
ride.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Friday night was this blowout thing. Saturday morning, I wake up. The first freaking thing I do is sit up in bed, look over at the other bed, and my daughter's in the bed. And I sat there and went, exactly, because you know what? She's here, all fucking good.
Drayden did his job.
Hey.
Drayden did his job.
Clearly.
Well, here's the thing.
Because you know what? On Thursday night, I went, hey, this is Uncle Drayden.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. On Friday, they came up. One of the people, I think it was one of the bouncers, or was it you, Jaded? Someone came up to you. I think it was you. You came up and they're like, you need to separate them because they're gonna call the police otherwise. I'm like, all right, executive decision. You're going with me this way, and you two are getting a cab to the hotel. And then I was like, I'll bring her back later when. Like you guys are asleep.
I remember like going up there and being like,
I'm not
dude,
gonna lie.
I'm like, dude, I love you both, but like, you need to watch out for them. Like, please,
Featured,
do me this favor. Just like, watch out for these two, cause shit's about to go down.
Yeah, you
Well,
gave me the
when you
warning
say
before.
shit's about to go down, how bad can it be with the Canadian police? They're like, hey, oi, mate.
Oh, we're sorry
you
you're
stop
yelling
doing
on our
that.
street.
You know what? I'm a big pussy. I wasn't about ready to test that since I was ready for freaking bed anyways. The only thing, I'm going to tell you right now, you know what the worst thing about that entire day and night was? Because that
You didn't
day-
have one thing to eat.
That day started off with the aquarium, and then it went to the freaking rooftop party, and then it went to the pub crawl, and then it went to getting kicked out, not having a fucking pizza in my room when I got there.
Yeah.
And I need to rethink that with a Sherpa.
Where's the nuggets?
Exactly. There was no
No
nuggets,
soggy
Kate.
nuggets.
There was
No
no
soggy
nuggets, Kate.
Well, was it no 10 nuggets for $1 or something?
Dude, there's nothing for a fucking $1 in Toronto, but
What's up,
whatever.
Elo?
You don't want what's being sold for
Fucking
$1
Elo
in
nights
Toronto.
out.
Yeah. I didn't know Elo was gonna go, and I ended up seeing Elo. That was nice.
I know, but like we should have known he was good. Actually,
Is that
we
how
should
you
have
guys
known Elo was
remember?
gonna
Was
go.
he actually there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Elo
fuck
did.
yeah,
He
was
showed
there.
up at a couple of.
I only
He
saw
showed
him.
up late night at most.
Yeah,
of
I
the
only
nights.
saw him
Super, yeah,
Saturday.
He made last minute cameos.
Yeah, I only saw him
Last
Saturday at
cameo
East
for
Elo
Coast.
us.
showed up. Elo showed up and he's like, I need a name badge. I need a name badge. And I'm like, I'll give you a name badge, but you need
For a
to
line
let me
of
name
Coke?
you. So I had him walking around as PI for a bit there.
So not far from the truth.
Exactly.
Wow.
So anyways, we wake up the next morning, and the next morning is Saturday morning, okay, which is now the first day of whatever this Eve event is going to be, right? But we know it's the opening ceremonies. We know that the CSM is going to be announced in that and all that kind of shit. So I wake up, I had my alarm clock set. This is how not fucked up I was on Friday night when I got kicked out of a bar. I was able to set my alarm clock to get up for the freaking 10 a.m. Keynote address, all right? Got up, took a fucking shower, rolled downstairs, got a cup of coffee, rolled upstairs again. That rain made me walk up, okay, from the lobby to the third floor. She's like, we're not taking the elevator. I'm like, bitch, what?
She's got some, like, if there's stairs and an elevator, she will get mad. Like, I saw her get mad at
I'm like-
work for
I'm
taking
like,
the
"You
elevator
know
to the
what I
third
went
floor.
through last
She's like,
night?"
you're gonna take an elevator? I was like, it's fine.
I'm like, I got a key card. We can do this.
It's like we're already fat. It's okay if we take elevators.
So we roll up into there. We grab a seat in the freaking back row. Drayden's not there yet. We sit through most of the whole freaking thing and whatnot. We already went through the whole goddamn CSM discussion, earlier tonight, so we can skip over that now. And then we just kind of like wait around for a little while, and the keynote starts. Not gonna fucking lie, okay? I love CCP Burger. I'm about ready to do a shot to him because he is a hard partying motherfucker. 11 o'clock was too early for him to be out there and all energized. I don't know what it looked like on Streamfleet or like for you people on Twitch and whatnot. He was a little subdued. He was not exciting. I was ready to nap off. But this is my man CCP Burger because he is a party man.
Well, he's also trying to read off the teleprompter, so there you go.
Yeah.
He was
Well,
trying
I
to
was
read.
curious what you guys thought because it seemed like from what non-participants, it was very lackluster in announcements.
The
Agreed.
keynote or just in general?
In general, and the keynote.
I don't know about in general, but
There,
in the
there wasn't
keynote-
much that they talked about that we didn't already know.
The keynote, there wasn't a whole lot of new the opening thing, I missed most of it because I was out till
No,
like
you were there for the keynote.
Oh, the keynote.
Because I have a picture of the three of us sitting there for the
Yeah,
keynote.
yeah,
and that was the
the
last time
keynote.
the three of us were together in chairs.
Yeah, but the opening ceremony I missed because I was out till like 3:34 in the morning. Oh, little quick story with that. So I dropped McGurk Jr. off at the hotel. That was like 3, I think. And then I was getting back to my place at 3:30. And then I thought I had left my phone because I couldn't find my phone. I got up to my room and I was going to plug it in. I was like, can't find it. I was like, shit, I think I left it at the karaoke bar. So I went back down and started. I was like,
Shut up. You went back to the karaoke bar?
No, I was going to walk there. And I started walking. I got like 3 blocks away. I was like, I don't even
What's
know
in my
where
shoe?
I was like, I don't even know where the karaoke bar is. And before I get lost, I'm gonna go back to my thing. If I left it there, they'll have it. If they don't, then I'll have to buy a new phone. Fuck it, I'm going to sleep. So I went back. So it was like almost 4 by the time I got to sleep. And when I got back to my room, my phone was just sitting on the floor in the dining area. I'm like, oh, of course. That's yeah, of course I left.
Of course it was.
Like,
Of
okay.
course it was.
Then I just take it out and toss it in the whatever. It's there. I got it and it's not broken. So
exactly.
Yeah. So at
Yeah,
that
so
point,
you guys are like busy passing out like 3 or
Yeah,
4 o'clock.
so-
I think
yeah.
Chris Appo and I end up closing up Power Up Bar at like around 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got back to our apartment.
Wait, did they not have
our
that-
hotel rooms at 5:30 in the morning?
I thought last
That's-
call was
that's why
like 2 in.
We had
4:30.
talked with the Power Up Bar and managed to get them the Pride license, which extends to like 4 a.m.
Oh,
And then they just kind of stuck
What
around
a
for
Pride
us.
license.
Why
Well,
can't we
first-
all be fucking Pride and every bar's open
Yeah.
till 5
See-
o'clock in the morning?
See,
On special
Vegas, we
occasions.
just don't give a shit. We just drink
Well,
all day.
Vegas, there is no
Yeah.
last call. Vegas is 24/7
Yeah.
alcohol
Vegas is
sales.
24/7.
But
Well,
where I
so-
live, it's 2 to
Yeah,
between
but this
2 a.m.
place doesn't even start serving
Two
drinks
beer.
until 11
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning because
2
of
a.m.
Puritan laws.
2 a.m. to 6
They
a.m. There's
have
no
Puritan
alcohol
laws in the
sales.
morning, but apparently they can Pride all night.
Yep.
So I'm curious because obviously CCP's done more of these locations, big events, multiple Eve events. But one of the big things of going to an Eve event is like hearing that like new neat stuff. Like, oh shit, that's coming out now. Oh
Is
man.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, something to look forward to, but it seems like they've diluted it down. And I was
Well,
curious
I think
what you guys
because
Is that
they've
why you
got
guys go to fucking Eve events?
so.
Well,
I
besides
think it's
the whole-
partly why
Because
most
there'll
people
be
go
a
to
dev
Eve
blog or an
events.
YouTube video. You can
I
catch
just
later.
go to
Because I'm
parties.
pretty
Well,
sure
yeah,
it's
but
on
still,
while
it's
you-
like
But
you're
it's
at the event,
fun.
you get
It's
to see
fun
the
to
cool
be there
stuff.
in person.
Yeah. I've done the Eve events. The first like 3 or 4 Vegases I did. I went to a lot of the things, and now it's just like I can hear the releases when I get back. I just want to see
Later.
Max's thing. I always go to see Max's thing, and then I'm
Exactly.
like, that's all I need, and I'll be at a bar.
And I'm there to see the rest of the fucking bros and
Yeah,
broettes.
although I did see.
Well, yeah, that's the biggest.
I did
thing
see a little bit of. I
but-
think I don't know if it's. Oh, sorry, Hyper. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like meeting other Eve players and hanging out with them. That's the biggest thing. But it is that nice. If you pay for the ticket, you're looking
Mrs.
to get
Brisk.
something. You're looking
doing
for
a shot.
getting stuff. Hear about something that's not been released, not something new. That's kind of the draws of usually of these events. Like you have freaking Blizzard's annual thing. But it seems like they've diluted it down where there's really nothing
But-
new that's
Well, they
comes
talked
out.
about it in
So-
EDU.
That's not
where-
true,
The,
actually.
where
the
the
thing
whole
the thing
is that
is
they want to stop showing the roadmap because they feel it's like
They have no
heavily,
roadmap.
Yeah.
I'm doing a
They-
shot to
they-
fucking
they-
Mrs.
they've
Brisk
heavily,
being out there.
Heavily.
Mrs. Brisk.
God bless you, Mrs. Brisk, putting up with Brisk not loving me the way that you do.
And just before that, I would like to say to my wife, this is 2 years to the day that I took her to the hospital for cancer.
Oh,
She's
and-
cancer free.
and-
Hey,
Nice.
shout
Nice.
out
Nice
to
to
that.
that.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, yeah.
But once the shots are done, can I just say, you got to think Blizzard does an annual BlizzCon. They release everything at that point. You got to think there's 8 venues this year.
That's
Well,
what I
that's
was
this
gonna
year.
say.
Can't
Like,
go mad,
so
you
so
know?
they're
It's-
basically stretching FanFest. They're stretching one FanFest out
Yeah.
across the entire year.
No, they're
Well,
not.
Yeah,
Fantastic
well,
event.
so
That's what
to
this
an extent
is.
they are,
That's really what
because-
this is.
We'll get to that
Mhm.
later, but okay.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, they do releases all the time, so it's not like there's one big reveal of everything that's coming for the year. So that, I mean, I think Maddox's point is
Yeah.
kind of valid. They got to spread stuff out because they got to have a keynote at every one of these things, including the one at the guy's house in Finland. So what
Yeah.
are they going to say? Well, we
That's-
saw.
That's the thing.
Yeah, because I
it's-
think it was like Hilmar himself that was actually saying that they want to stop revealing so much because they feel that the whole interaction between players and like discovering new stuff, it has like significantly gone down because they just reveal everything during the fan fests and there's no shock value and surprise value. You know what's coming.
There's
Well,
a
hold on,
bit
hold
of
on.
that.
We can talk about shock
love to
value
see,
later.
I would still
A
love
couple
to
of
see a
years ago.
roadmap.
There's no shock value.
A
It's
couple
more-
of years ago, they made
There's
a
a lot
decision
to
that I
reveal
actually
in 1
thought
year.
was a really good decision. Whatever you are going to release that is going to be kind of like discussional or confrontational or whatever the hell it is, release it before the event and let players at the event kind of talk to you about it and like give you feedback on site. I thought that was a really good kind of thing that they did. Now we're kind of in a mode where it's like they don't release it beforehand to allow feedback to happen at the event, and they don't release it at the event, but we're going to get to that in a little while.
Is it Saturday night
here's
yet?
my thing.
Have we got the Saturday night yet?
Hold on. We just did,
This is Saturday
morning.
morning.
We're getting
we
to
just
Saturday
did
morning.
Friday night. Saturday,
We're about to get crazy.
We were already on Saturday.
Well, we did the
okay?
opening. We did the keynote, the opening ceremony.
We
all
did the
that
opening
stuff.
ceremonies. We did the
Okay,
keynote,
so
and I sat there
Saturday
and
was-
said, "Isn't
Can I
there a
ask a
fucking
question about the
rooftop
keynote?
bar of this
No.
hotel?"
Yes.
Well, no, we got
Yeah.
to do. We got to
I'm
do.
sorry. We went
gotta
to
do
brunch.
space.
That was Sunday.
went-
The rooftop was Sunday. We
No,
went
that was
to
Sunday.
we went to
No,
a Viva.
Saturday.
It was
No,
Saturday.
that was Saturday.
Saturday.
It was Saturday.
Saturday.
We went to brunch, okay? We went to brunch again, okay? And that's when Mrs. McGurk and McGurk
What did
Jr.
you eat?
came walking down in whatever clothes they were freaking wearing from bed or whatever, and they're like, "Fuck it, we're here, feed us," okay? And
Dirk,
I'm
I want to hear
I'm like,
about
"You didn't
every
even do your
bite of
hair."
your brunch. Can you just get?
Yeah.
Can you discuss
I-
every
was on
bite of
Friday.
your brunch?
Friday
I ate
brunch
less on
was
Saturday for brunch,
disgusting.
okay?
Fridays was
Then on
worse.
Friday, I'm just sitting there going, I know I can't do what I did yesterday, which was bacon, ham, and sausage, and
French
eggs
toast.
and French toast.
And
But
How did
I
they
did-
taste
That
there?
sounds so good.
I
Tell us.
did do the same number of mimosas with Drayden as I did the day before, because you know what? You just gotta fucking start a day off with a mimosa. You just do, because like you gotta be baller
You're
as
on
fuck.
vacay, man.
Exactly. Fucking roll a mimosa.
You
up,
need a shirt
and
with a
honestly-
mimosa machine
and
on the
honestly,
back.
It's not like you're getting ripped off. The price of the mimosa was the same price as the large orange juice. And who wants that much orange juice?
Might as well get a mimosa.
Can I take a
So we
step
roll
back
in. We
slightly?
just rolled out of bed. I put my clothes on from the day before. Didn't even brush my hair. Nothing. The two of us get down there. I just wanted to die. And he's ordering all this food. I was just like not having it.
That's about right.
It wasn't all this food. It was less than the day before.
Was
All
there
the-
any grits? Did you have grits? Did they have grits
No,
in Canada?
no, but they had
You didn't get the
grits on
French
the
toast.
menu.
That's the
It wasn't the only difference.
Yes, it
I
was.
didn't
You
have.
still had a big
I didn't have
platter.
all the meat
Oh
nor
my
the
God,
eggs.
it was
I
disgusting.
literally bought a steak sandwich that morning.
It still looked.
I find it hard to
Served
believe
in
that
a
Dirk did not consume
dirty
at least
ashtray.
2,000 calories every meal that he ate.
I didn't.
Well,
dude.
he didn't have that many
didn't.
meals, so averages out, I guess.
It was all
I-
liquor.
I did
it was
not.
liquor
Okay.
calories.
That being said,
Uh,
we got done
That
with
was
that
mainly
way
yeast.
later in the day. It was like basically 1:00 in the morning when we rolled out of that. I'm sorry, 1:00 in the afternoon when we rolled out of that joint on Saturday. Okay, and there was nothing that I wanted to see until 2:00 in the afternoon when Max Singularity was doing his Aliens Are Among Us stuff. Okay. And all of us rolled up there. We're like talking to people. We're like, "Yo, what's up?" Blah blah blah. Okay, you know, McGurk Jr.'s with us, and like, you know, she's like, "Hold on." And after having met him on the pub crawl, McGurk Jr. was talking the fuck out of Max Singularity at the pub crawl. I failed to mention that earlier. Talking the fuck out of him.
I
She's
would
like,
love
I'm
to
going
see
to,
that.
I'm going to his presentation tomorrow. Okay, I want to hear about this. It's all about aliens. I'm like, yeah, you should totally fucking come. This is like the most exciting thing. Okay.
Obviously, aliens are among us. I watch the History Channel.
She rolls in.
Have you seen The
she
Border
sits
Crisis?
down. She goes, "I'm not feeling well." I go, "Why?" She's like, I'm just getting the shakes." I'm like,
That's called a
"Didn't
hangover.
you just have something to eat?" Like
Aren't you supposed to get the shakes when you stop drinking?
No, I think she was
When did
just
she stop
super
drinking?
hungover, and she was kind of getting that like super drained, like
Low blood
like
sugar.
about to. She's like, I think I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
faint. I'm
take
like,
deep
you're just
breaths.
really, you're probably still
Sounds like
half
she
drunk.
needed a
Like,
mimosa.
it's like
I'm
drink
like,
water,
here's,
go to
here's
sleep.
a glass of water. Take deep breaths, just like, you know. And I looked her straight in the eye. I'm like, "Get your shit together, girl."
Stare at the horizon. Oh, wait, that's Caesar.
Okay. And it's like, and finally, like right before he's about ready to go on, she goes, "I can't do it. Take me to the room." I'm like, "Fine." So I'd like stroll her up to the room, hand it, like we're literally walking through the crowd hand in hand. Okay. And I'm like, "Just come with me. I'll get you up to the freaking room. You're all good." I got her up to the room. I'm like, "I'm going back down." I'm like, "You know how to text me. You know how to text, right?" Okay. I get back downstairs. I listen to Max's whole thing. All right, he talked about some ambiosis thing, or like something about
Abiogenesis.
whatever.
Get it
Okay.
right, motherfucker.
It was good.
That's the only thing I remember from AP Bio my junior year of high school. Was
You know what she probably needed is an
Abiogenesis.
injection of SP that she could buy for $5.99.
Well, I look over and I'm like, where's my family? He's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
you're sitting
no."
next to me, and I'm like,
Alright.
I don't know. I think they left.
Where did they go? I can't find them.
But anyways, we do that, okay? And as soon as we get done with that, I'm like, all right, what are we doing now? And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, you know what? They got a rooftop bar here. Let's go up to the rooftop bar. So Mrs. McGurk and I and Drayden go up there. We're like, order some drinks and we're just chilling out in the sun, just like grabbing some rays and stuff. And I'm like tweeting out, going, hey, by the way, if you're not going to an Eve event, come up to the roof bar. This is really freaking nice. Like you got a view of the CN Tower. You got like a view of all kinds of shit and whatnot. And we're just like chilling up there. And it grew during, as the course of the day. People in their own seats and whatnot. It wasn't like we had some big table or anything. And then this is, I think, now counting meal number 3. We ordered some chicken wings, at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock at night or whatever. Because now we're getting ready to go to the Saturday night.
All right. So can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Did anything fucking at all consequential happen until Saturday night? Because if so, I want to hear about fucking Saturday night.
Yes.
Drayden's back. I want to hear about it.
I think I heard that somebody said
You
something
want the
about
Uber story.
BNIs.
Yes, I want the Uber story.
Oh.
God damn it.
Well, we had to go to Lee's Palace first.
After the Saturday night party, though.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That was after.
All right.
We have an
It's a
hour
party.
left.
You guys drank. You had a good time. All right. Tell me about the Uber.
Let's just fast
Uber's
forward.
so short.
We go to
It's
the
not
Saturday
as
night
exciting as
party.
you think.
Saturday night party. Oh my god.
Saturday night
So
party.
fun.
Okay, so there were a bunch of people who were bitching about this being kind of a fucking grubby place or all that kind of. This is an old school kind of industrial where like fucking bands come before you know who the bands are, but then years later you sit there and go, oh fuck yeah, I saw them at Lee's Palace. Okay. That's where we ended up going to. We roll in there. The entire first floor is packed with fucking nerds. You can't even get to the bar. And they're like, hey, there's an upstairs. I go, fuck yeah, upstairs. So we roll upstairs. Nobody up there. Bar's open. Go and get our freaking drinks. I go, give me 2. Because I don't feel like, because I know what this is going to turn into. So give me 2.
One bartender.
Well, one
At that-
bartender
at
at
that
each
time.
bar and like all that kind of shit. But, and then I'm sitting out there. We're having a good time. I think I ordered some shots for some people and whatnot. And I'm like, where's Matt? And Ivy goes, Matt's getting ready to go on stage. And I'm like, and Matt didn't bring me on stage? What the fuck's wrong with Matt?
I know you
Next
got
thing I
so
know, Matt-
upset. You were like, "I'm going on stage." What do you mean, Matt's going on stage? I'm totally going on stage. I'm like, "Fine, come with me."
I actually thought it was just like Matt's gonna go on stage and like try and rev the crowd up with some.
Nobody knew.
I had no idea what was going
Total
on.
OPSEC.
Total OPSEC. Like about an hour before we had like the chant, which I think's kind of become the Eve North mantra, which is like, "Fuck it, we're doing it live."
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
I'm like, we're like, we should practice rehearse this before we go on stage. And I was like, "Fuck it, we're doing it live." And I'm like, "Oh, sweet baby Jesus."
So I walk into the back room. Okay.
Dirk, I have a request from my wife. You're not drunk enough yet. She wants you to take another shot.
Oh,
No, I know your wife would never say that because she cares about me.
That's a fucking lie.
Welcome to Slurs.
I actually
because we care.
Send me in
actually
Discord.
believe
Fucking screen.
Yeah, and Dirk's not drunk. Boo.
Yeah,
Not
I
yet.
actually believe Briscoe on this
Oh,
one.
there's the phone.
We
Damn,
drink
you've
because
been
we
called
care.
out, Dirk.
Oh.
Oh,
How
by
you
the
gonna
way,
handle this?
Raiden,
there comes a
Raiden,
Tito's.
There you go. That's what I'm
There's a
talking
Tito's.
about.
Raiden gave me this
Very
07,
grateful.
Raiden gave me this 07 shot glass, which I guess was like exclusive. Like there wasn't a whole lot of them.
Yeah, because Dirk didn't get one.
I did.
Wow.
Very exclusive.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Drayden ranks pretty high.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I need to. Can I go back in time after I do this shot?
I mean,
I have to go.
do you
I
have a
to
hot
go back in
tub?
time after I
Can.
do- Hold on, hold
Why
on.
not?
Push it
Every-
forward.
Because you're never going to get to the fucking Saturday story at this rate.
Well,
It's 10 o'clock already.
Everybody
you know
bookmark.
what-
Everybody bookmark.
Fucking SP.
Lee's Palace.
You want to buy some SP? I got some fucking SP.
Mrs. Briscoe,
That's
don't
for
show my private
Mrs.
text. Don't worry, it's not the dirty ones.
All right, look. I don't know if
Sadly.
you can read it out there. It's the fucking like card from. This is a card to Dirk.
We can't read it, but it's okay. It says Dirk.
And
Let's move on.
Hold on.
Oh,
And
this is
this
Katia
is a
Sate.
challenge coin from Signal
Katia.
Cartel. So I'm sitting out there during the keynote, waiting for the keynote or whatever it was, and this person comes up to me, and they're like, "Dirk," and I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "I'm Katia Say."
Kate, just drag him off camera.
Did you not know who he was before
Yeah,
that, Dirk?
seriously.
All right, we don't want
Okay.
to hear this. So anyway, Saturday night.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Hey yo.
I was like,
Because I almost cried then, so please don't just let me. You know what? Let me have this one
I don't
moment.
wanna
I'll
hear
fucking
it.
walk
Oh
away.
my
wait,
god.
Ben's big.
Katia Say comes over, hands me this card, signed by him, okay,
Anonymous cheer,
as well
thanks,
as
man.
this challenge coin from freaking Eve Scout, okay, and thanks me, okay, for me praising what it was he did in reaching all of the systems in Eve Online, and I almost broke down crying when he did that because his thing is way bigger than anything I've ever fucking did.
Yeah.
Done.
About
Done.
He's got
Did.
he's got a
It's
mon-
a very cool gesture.
he's got a monument
Which is
to
true.
him. In this,
I
in
mean,
the
that's a
system.
good
All
point
right,
there.
so I don't crime now. We're all gonna move on. Fine,
He
whatever.
actually gave me all his
Katia,
drink
I just want you to
tokens.
know that was the thing that I fucking remembered.
He actually
he
gave me
handed
all his
some out to like CCP devs
Katia is
and
a
other
good
players.
Yeah, he gave me all his drink tokens because he's like, me and my wife don't drink. I'm like, okay. He's like, so you can have all our drink tokens. I'm like, oh,
But it was personally written.
Thanks.
Like
I mean-
it was actually written.
It was very
like,
nicely written.
It was
Yeah, he gave
personally
you the whole
written,
letter.
and it actually addressed things that were personal to me, and I actually fucking respected that because I think that is super fucking cool. You know what? The coin,
Shots
the
to
coin was
Katia
like
Say.
extra.
I'll do
The
it.
coin was extra. The
Yes,
note
shots
was
for Katia.
amazing.
I'll do a shot. I actually really enjoyed because Connie, like I had no clue. Like you know, we've talked to him on the show. I think he came on that one time, and then you know he's been in the chat before, and he sent us messages like, hey, thanks for like like when he did his thing, and we gave him a shout on the show and like and stuff. He was like happy that we did that, and like I did not expect like when I met him in real life, it was kind of like he's like the most genuine person you'll meet. Like he's actually really fucking nice, and so
He's literally Noisy Gamer's fucking brother. They are.
yeah. You could think of him like that. Yeah, like
The two of them together.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's
You'd be like the two of them
that's-
walk into a room. You're like, yo, what's up, bros?
That's actually probably the best description you
Bro,
could give.
bros.
It's like think of him as like a noisy clone. I mean, and it's just really cool. It's like because we liked what he did, and then he came out and like he was just like super genuine when we got to meet him. It was fun to talk to the guy about what he did. So
It was so cool for me personally because he's like, Dirk, I want to give you this. It's like, you know what? Thank you for saying those nice things about me that fucking night. Oh, by the way, yo, what's up, Rain? Hey, what's up, Drayden? He's like, bitches, you ain't Dirk.
yeah, I mean, we didn't get a coin, but hey, I got all the drinks, dude.
All right, that's not actually what he fucking said because he's an upstanding individual.
He's a gentleman.
That being said, I'm just.
That being
talking
said,
about
the
how
Orioles
I
just
almost
beat
fucking
the
cried
Cleveland
in
Indians
the Eve
13 to
event.
nothing. That's never happened.
Can
so
I
thank
admit to like almost crying?
So it's okay, Dirk.
Why?
You're
Because
you're opening your
almost
heart a bit.
Dirk.
Why
All
do
that
you
counts
people fucking intersect?
is
We've
horse
been
shoes and
here.
hand grenades.
It was a
We've been
beautiful
here.
story, Dirk. Beautiful story.
All right.
Next time, if you
Moving
actually
on.
cry, we'll hear the story. Now,
All that
Saturday
being
night.
said,
Okay,
fast
Saturday
forward
night.
to where the bookmark was on Saturday night. Okay, so everybody's fucking coming in. They're like walking in. They're fucking chilling out. They're having a fucking good time. Some people are like, "Oh my god, this place is dirty. I don't like this because I prefer a fucking Howard Johnson's." Okay, and it's like
You would like the Johnson.
everybody likes. Not everybody
Nice.
likes the Johnson, but like a lot of people like the Johnson. Okay, like it was like just chill. Wait for it to kick the fuck off.
Oh, there's a couple of people
And
from,
it did.
From tests that were like, "Oh, I didn't expect, it to be such a like neckbeard fest." And I was like, "Fuck you! What the hell do you expect?"
Neckbeard Fest. Did you tell them the
Who said Neckbeard Fest?
It was one of the guys from the guy that was handing out those MMDS cards.
Oh, I got one of those actually.
Yeah, he went around started handing these, and he's like, "I felt so weird at this thing. It was like they were trying to be like, BlizzCon." I'm like,
Has he never
dumb.
been to an Eve meet before?
I
We
guess
invented this
not.
stuff.
apparently?
I guess not.
They ripped us
Like,
off.
what does he mean like a BlizzCon? Like so a gaming convention?
a gaming
but-
convention, and then when he saw Philippe in like the Triglavian gear, he was like, "I'm done." Apparently, he like walked out.
Yeah,
And was like,
Fuck-
and was
fuck
like,
that guy.
Apparently, he's never been to Vegas or Eve North
Yeah.
or fucking Iceland ever or any fucking convention ever.
He
Yeah, I was
clearly
talking to him
just
about
hangs
Comm
out with
yesterday, I was like,
supermodels
wow,
at other
you-
gaming conventions.
You're a fucking piece of work, cause that's fucking retarded. You can't expect
fucking ego.
Manic, are
Jesus.
you are you a
you
cosplayer?
cannot expect
No, I'm not a
to go to
cosplayer.
like
Dude.
a
No,
convention and not have
I
a
think-
Manic, you
cosplay.
would be
I'm not
so
a cosplayer.
good.
People who just
You
want
would
to
be
chill
so
out, get
good
drunk,
at
and
it.
have a good time.
I want
The
to think that
occasional
was lost in
person cosplaying.
translation because I think I know who you're talking about, and I think they were just being like joking. I didn't know that. You
No,
said
I was in a
like,
fleet with him
huh.
yesterday. He was talking to about it
Oh.
while I was in fleet, completely quiet until Sergeant like started talking about it, and I was like, oh. He's like, yeah, one of the Eve North guys is here. I'm like, hey, what's up? He shut right the fuck
Let's keep
up.
it going.
So we're gonna
Yes.
get back to where Dirk's going, Ivy, where's Matt? I'm like, he's getting ready to go on stage, and Dirk's like, I want to go on stage. What do you mean? I get to go on stage. So, anyways, we dragged Dirk back into the room, and his eyes like exploded out of his head because he was like, look at all the awesomeness they have back here.
No, they did. They had the fucking crew that I've been hanging with, and then a bunch of fucking CCP devs. And I'm like, what the fuck did I just walk into? Like, holy
A good
shit!
time.
I am right
You
now
walked into a
Manic
good
Velocity.
time and OPSEX.
Like, I'm seeing the fucking devs. Fozzie's back there. It's like I'm sitting there going, hold on. I'm feeling like Manic Velocity right now, but without guard next to me.
We'd like smuggle the ships in too. Like it was like the whole
Uh-huh.
time Ivy's like, "Oh, don't let anybody see." I'm like, I have to go through a lobby with like 40 fucking Eve players, like these things to leave, and we were just over there like huddling the ships off on the side so no one would see them.
We're in the freaking elevator, and these two Eve players walk in, and they kind of look at us, and then she like nods at me. She's like, the friendship, and I'm like, maybe. Ops like, shh.
It's like Fight Club.
I don't
Next
know
part
if
was
like
walking back to the hotel after
Don't
with
talk about
the
Fight
with
the
the
only
spaceships.
people where I was.
Well, we'll get to the walk back.
We'll get to the walk back after.
The walk was awesome.
I think
The
I think
walk is the
Blast
best
was the only
Who's
people.
the fucking walk?
The only person
Whatever,
where
we're
I
not
was
there
at.
yet.
Okay.
We're
But
not
you're
there
in
yet.
the
We're not
tower.
there
Yeah.
yet. We're not there yet.
We're
Sorry,
there-
sorry, I didn't mean to
We're
jump
there
ahead.
for where the fucking Eve North crew went out there and fucking rocked lip sync all this shit with reloads straight at the
I don't think it was lip sync. I think you guys were just singing, but you didn't have active mics, so
we
you know.
the plan
Because that's
was to
called
basically
lip
Some of
sync.
us,
That's
some of
not
us
lip-
knew
no,
the
no,
lyrics,
lip
and some
syncing is
of
where
us
you
just
lip
stayed docked
sync.
and nodded.
Like,
That's right.
If you
Reload.
actually,
Stayed docked.
And
It's
true
the
How,
only
lip
one
how
sync,
do
that
you
goes
not
there.
know the
Muscles
lyrics to
fucking
every
hard as
permaband
fuck.
song?
no, lip syncing
Yeah,
is
sorry,
just
man.
mouthing it. If you're actually
No, you're not
singing,
just mouthing it. You're not
Yeah,
just mouthing it.
that's what I'm
Whatever
saying.
fucking dick is in your like.
if you're
mouth.
actually,
So
Whoa.
this
Mouthing
whole
it.
thing happened.
if you're actually
This whole thing
singing, but the
happened-
mics aren't active,
Derek?
then that's singing. It doesn't matter.
So
So-
the
I
whole
would
thing
just like
came
to
about,
say,
like, 2 weeks
I would just
ago
like to
is when
say,
it came
honey,
about.
you're welcome. You got your over, Dirk. There
We,
you go.
So
Oh,
here's
that's-
my thing.
That's not what the difference between lip syncing and fucking getting out there and like being on
You're
stage.
lip sync.
Like freaking Reload was a machine, so we get out there, and of course they do like warp to the dance floor, and then like Apo's like, I don't know the words to Wrecking Machine, and we're like, what do you mean you don't know the words? And he's all like panic in his eyes.
Oh, it wasn't panic. It was
I go to Reload, and I'm like, okay,
That was
fine.
not
I'm,
panic.
Whoa.
I'm coming up. I'll do Wrecking Machine. I'm like, screw it, I'll do it. And like I get ready to start doing Wrecking Machine, and like Reload like jumps in front of me, and I'm like, well, he's got this.
Yeah, reload.
Yeah.
He
I
was
just in
having a
stage
grand
mode.
time.
He
We
saved
were
us.
so
This all
pumped
became
there.
an
So-
by the
so
way,
pumped.
2 weeks.
So my
before it.
question is for you guys: was all the drinking and fun that you guys had in Toronto prepared you for the SP gate?
What?
What?
But we're not there yet.
We're not
We're
there
not
yet.
there yet. We
Oh,
haven't even gotten to the
sorry.
damn
Oh,
good
no,
story
no,
that
we're
nobody
not-
will tell.
Yeah.
We
We're
are
not
ready.
even done. We're not even
Three
to
days
Sunday.
Ahead, Hyber.
We're not even to Sunday
Shit.
yet.
We had to
Sorry,
start the
guys.
show a half an hour early so these guys could
We
do a
haven't even gotten to
blow-by-blow
the
on every
So
fucking
anyway,
drink they had in Toronto.
We haven't even
And it
gotten
was
to the
a
Uber
blow-by-blow.
ride that
Oh, we
Brisk is
had
riding our asses
Jack
for.
and Coke.
And actually, we do need to rev this up quick.
Yeah, we got.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not gonna fucking lie.
Yes.
Okay, we
Listen to
Uber
Kate.
We
story.
got a lot of stories.
Uber
So-
story.
we do need to rev this up quick, but here's the fucking thing. Okay, so I get back behind stage and they're like, "Oh yeah, you and the CCP devs, you're gonna be out there for killing in the name of or like you know, whatever." Okay,
Killing
like-
is just a meme.
killing is just a means or
No,
whatever. the
it's
fuck
killing
it is.
the
Okay,
name.
Killing
have
the name.
Have some
okay, yeah,
respect.
fucking cool.
That was harden the fuck up.
Well, no, it's hard to fuck
that's
up.
not what they fucking told us. They said killing is a means of.
Oh,
okay?
they never
I'm
said
sitting there
that
going,
song.
fine,
Whoa.
okay, I'm good with it.
No,
Right.
they didn't even do that
And
song
then
at
all
all.
of a sudden, you guys
Democratic of
start singing that, and I'm like, "What song are we fucking singing?" And they're like, "Harden the fuck up." I'm like, "Oh, I've got 4 letters out of that. I'm good."
Yeah. Like, no, we did Harden the Fuck Up. We did Wrecking Machine, and I think we did.
I'm sorry, Wrecking
Warp to the dance. Did you do Warp to the dance?
We
floor?
did Warp to the Dance
Yeah.
Floor, Harden the Fuck Up, and
bad.
Wrecking Machine. We did not do Killing in the Name of. Because Hunter
No,
wasn't Hunter wasn't there.
Killing is just a means.
I'm surprised
Oh,
Brickman
Killing-
showed
sorry,
up
sorry.
seeing how they're not
No,
paid
God damn
anymore.
it! But like,
And
Hunter,
how did you guys not sing "Frickin' Come Fly with Us"? If you're gonna do
Yeah,
it,
we
Friendship
didn't.
was not
Yeah,
the best.
it was a 3-song set, but we didn't do "Come Fly With Us," and we didn't do the Killings is just a means because Hunter wasn't there, and you can't do that song without Hunter. It's just impossible.
Well, you can't do it without guard. in
well,
the rain.
Hunter's the only one that can do the yell.
Right, and
Like,
you need that.
Killing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if
It
you're
was
doing
more
it
the fact
live,
of we wanted songs that would keep the audience pumped,
Yeah.
and we originally had "Killing" as a means of communication in our set, but we were worried that it would kind of like drain the energy back down.
It's more
too
of
much.
a ballad, yeah.
it is.
So
Yeah,
we wanted
but
to,
that's
like,
why
keep
you
it
do
jumping.
at the very end when you're done. You do "Come Fly with Us," and everybody can wave their arms in the air and shit, like we did at Vegas. And there you go.
No,
you do
but
Harden
you
the fuck up.
gotta
I
gotta
forget
keep the
what-
audience.
Harden the
You gotta
Fuck
keep
Up's like
the
the
energy
first
up.
one you did.
What was the order? I know
Yeah.
Harden the Fuck Up was the
we
middle
went
song.
Harden the Fuck Up.
That was the
Harden
last
the
one.
Fuck Up, Warp to Dance Floor, and then, or sorry, not Hard. It went
Did
Warp to Dance Floor,
Harden the
then
Fuck
Wrecking
Up.
Machine.
then
Wrecking
Wrecking
Machine.
Machine, and then into
Alright.
Harden the Fuck Up.
Oh,
is
Harden the
that
Fuck Up
what
was the
they had
last
the
one.
cardboard ships that they had around them? Is that what I've
Oh yeah, there
Yep.
was some of that. Yeah.
Harden the
seen?
Fuck
Yeah,
Up was
that
almost-
looked pretty
almost positive.
shitty. Not gonna lie.
Okay, so
Well, I
moving
mean,
this
it's
along.
cardboard.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep,
we
moving
went
That's
along.
long
fucking cardboard.
and not
Let's
very
move
hard on those
I got a
questions.
box
Here we
of
go.
for me.
Here we go.
So
Okay, so
It's
we walk
time.
out
We
of
get
the
really
bar.
drunk afterwards.
Yeah.
I walk out with Dirk. I don't know where McGurk Jr. was. And these 3
Was
young guys start talking
traded.
to me, and they were hot. I'm like, you have got
Oh.
to meet my daughter.
Oh.
She's so cute.
Pimp
So I talked
McGurk.
to her for quite a while.
Mrs. Pimp McGurk.
McGurk
Yeah.
Jr.
So and then I told her which one she could be with because the other two, the one looked like her, and the other one was.
What was it?
I don't know.
Esteban or
Green,
whatever his
I
name
think.
was.
Esteban?
Stefan. Not Esteban. Stefan.
So-
Damn good looking.
Yeah, he
I
was a
told him,
babe.
I'm like, you. She's gonna like you. So I know my daughter.
Pimp
So she
McGurk.
finally comes out. She's talking with them.
Where's my money, man?
She took like 50 pictures with him. I don't know where he is. And
Probably
then we're
Toronto.
like ready to go.
I was
to an
gonna say
Uber.
with Matt trying to pay a bill that the CCP
They-
credit card wouldn't work.
Whatever.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it was the bar
Hold
staff.
on.
It was
I have
their
to clarify.
thing.
Then
The
we
bar
said,
staff
okay, let's
fucked
get
up. The bar
Ubers
staff
and
fucked
we'll
up.
go back to our hotel room. We'll continue the party. And I told her these 3 guys can come back. So I gave them. I gave them my phone number, so they already had my phone number. I said, text
Oh
me.
my
You can come
God.
back
Have
to
they
our,
called you
our
since?
hotel room.
Have they called you?
Yeah, they did call me.
Oh,
So anyway,
Heyo.
I get an Uber with Panda, Matt, and some guy that
It
had
was
Chinese
Darwin.
food because
It
I
was
was eating
Darwin
his
from
food.
Suwad.
No.
You were eating his
We're
food.
in Uber.
It's poutine. It was
No.
not. It was not Chinese. It was
So now I'm eating his
poutine.
food.
Totally different.
No,
So-
Kate, you were in my Uber.
No, I was not.
Oh, you weren't. It was me, Kate, Scared Panda, and Darwin from
Oh, wait.
Alcoholic.
Thank you.
It was
Now,
McGurk
Drake,
Jr. in
you
your
take
Uber,
over
Drake.
for your Uber.
Yeah.
It was McGurk
Oh,
Jr. in your
oh,
He's
okay,
thinking about it
okay.
now. Look at him. He's
So,
thinking about it.
oh,
He's like, huh.
all right, no. So, and it wasn't Asian food. It was poutine, and that was
poutine.
Sharn.
Whatever.
I think
Sharn
it was
had
Sharn.
poutine.
I think it was.
Sharn.
Whatever.
Yeah.
No, it might have been
Whatever,
Sharn.
dude.
No,
It
it
was
was
Darwin.
either Sharn or Bjorn or
Darwin.
no, it was the guy that Dirk kept calling him Merkel Chan, and it wasn't Merkel Chan.
Oh, in your cab. In your
Ew.
Uber. That was
Merc,
Bjorn.
were you there?
In
Bjorn
my
Pearson.
Uber.
Okay. Well, that was in your.
And Matt's Uber.
So here's the thing. They were telling me, like, I gotta get an Uber. And I was like, okay. So I was like, everyone's been buying Ubers. I'll get this one. I've never used Uber before because I always drive myself or I call a cab. Because out where I live, cabs are cheaper than Uber. Well, I live in Spokane now, but when I live in Coeur d'Alene, it's like, you can get a cab in Coeur d'Alene. Anywhere from anywhere in Coeur d'Alene to anywhere else in Coeur d'Alene is $10. Uber's like 15 to 20. So no one fucking uses Uber in Coeur d'Alene because it's way more expensive than a cab, which is backwards everywhere else. But so I was like, I've never used Uber. I'll sign up. I made an account, downloaded the app, called an Uber. He pulls up, and I'm like, let's go. Uber's here. And then argument starts happening.
Well, tell him who was in the Uber.
I'm trying to think. So it was me, it was Dirk, it was McGurk Jr., and who was the other person?
Bjorn Turson. He was a
Bjorn,
test
oh,
guy.
Bjorn. Yeah, it was
He's
Bjorn.
one of the volunteers.
Yeah, right. So it was Bjorn, me, Dirk, and McGurk Jr., and we get in the Uber, and then, like, there's an argument in the back seat. Also, I had to make the Uber guy wait because he pulls up. I'm like, hold on. And they were drunk talking with me. I was like, okay, I got to get them. Hold on. I was like, I'll tip you well. Just wait. I was like, just wait for like 5 minutes if it takes. But I was like, I'll tip you very nice. If you wait, it'll be worth it. Just please wait. And so I went over and eventually rounded up the crew, got them in the car, and then we go down the road, and then there's like fighting, and then I think McCurt Jr., you were trying to like get out of the car while we were moving.
I bitch slapped my dad in the car.
You did, yeah. You so.
But
so
there's still not a story behind why. It was more like,
yeah,
why are these guys coming with us? And she's like, just let me out now.
Yeah, well, and you're like, I want to, and like you were trying to open the door while we were driving like 30 miles an hour down the road, and luckily he had child
It
safety
wasn't
locks
30.
on.
Dude, it's never as fast as you think it is.
Well, it was at least, 30 kilometers per hour. Then we'll say that.
No, it's fast.
So that was like 5 miles an hour.
But no, yeah.
Delana's out there saying
5
freaking hi,
Canadian
Dirk
miles
Jr.
per hour.
Yeah, but anyway, so you like luckily you had child safety locks, so you couldn't open the door. But eventually we get to the
No, it
hotel.
didn't, because I remember reaching the fuck out and grabbing that door in and being like, yo, bitch,
Did
stop
you?
now.
Oh, okay. So that's why it didn't open.
It didn't open.
Yeah, no, it didn't open. No, it was locked. It was child.
You
They have
were
child safety locks
restricted.
on, dude. They don't let you out in that. But anyway, so after the whole time I was just like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I know this is like a weird, like crazy thing, but we're just getting to the hotel. He's like, just drop us off at the Delta.
How much can I tip you?
Well, and that's what I was telling him. I was like, don't worry. I was like, don't worry, dude. I'll hook you up. And we get to the Delta. He drops us off. You guys all get out, and I'm like, all right, dude. I know that was kind of a rough ride, but I'll tip you fat. Like, how much to owe you? He's like, I canceled your ride. I'm like,
what?
What do you?
What does that mean?
I was like, what do you mean you canceled my ride? He's like, I canceled your ride. I'm like, why would you do that? How am I gonna pay you now? He's like, you don't pay me. I was like, but
how do you not pay an Uber driver?
I was like, but how do I tip you? Because I know. He's like, I cancel your ride, and you cannot. He's like, you cannot Uber anymore. Just get.
Never Uber.
He's like, you can't.
Just get out of my car.
He literally. Yeah, no. Literally at that point, he's like, I canceled your ride, and you can't Uber anymore. Get out of my car. I'm like,
damn.
Well, thanks for the ride, dude. And so at that point, I was like, I download the app, I sign up for Uber. The first Uber call I make, I get permabanned from fucking Uber.
Dude, you play online with Game of Alts, bitch.
At least,
Drayden, just for the
Our
record,
boyfriends, and we had a very peaceful ride.
yeah.
Drayden,
Although
I am not going to write a letter to the head of Uber to get you unbanned.
no, I'm not.
I'm not.
You need
either.
to get him unbanned.
Oh, don't
I'm
do
not.
it.
I'm not going to get you unbanned.
No,
Chris knows
You're
people.
perma-banned.
He's got contacts.
Yeah, no. But the thing is, like, it's like I don't even.
McCarthy Jr., wait, I want to talk to her. Come back. Oh, she's leaving. I wanted to tell her what it felt like to get
got
Drayden
echo.
banned.
Whoa,
Shit to do.
where's
It's
the echo?
Friday night. She's got to go party or something.
Yeah.
Tell us how it felt to get Drayden banned.
What's the echo coming from?
Tell us how it felt to get Drayden banned.
Jaded. We're getting an echo from you.
I don't know. I felt bad, but
Me.
like it's okay because he's never
I
gonna
think
use
so.
Uber at home.
Oh,
Say sorry.
shit.
And he
yeah,
can just
that's
make
awesome.
one under a different name and email.
Well, okay, but
So,
alright, but
what's your new
here's the thing.
child's
I don't use Uber at home, so I really don't care that I got banned from Uber because I've never used it before. Like I said,
you can use Lyft.
and that yes.
Till he gets banned from that.
Well, yeah,
Until
but
he
she's
gets
like,
banned
"Fuck you,
from
bitch, you
another
just lit."
McGurk.
yeah, but here's the thing: is like I've ridden in Ubers, but it's usually other people calling them. I've never called an Uber myself, so I don't use it. I don't care. And like I said, Lyft life, bitches. Like.
But all I have to say
Live
is
the life.
that is the best story of any Eve event that I've ever heard in my life.
Whoa, I
Was
don't know about that.
McGurk Jr. getting Drayden banned from Uber.
Shots from my
Glad we could
firm
provide.
Burma Uber
how
ban.
funny that was, because like We all
That's
got
the
out of
best
shit.
ever.
Fucking McGurk Jr.'s going all freaking crazy. It's like I just went up to the freaking room. Okay, like I didn't know until minutes
I
later.
told her boyfriends were coming.
Okay, I didn't know until minutes later that like he's like I can't even log into my app right now.
Yeah, well,
You should
no,
get
no,
at
I
least
didn't, I didn't,
the
no, I
SP.
didn't try to log in the app. I just like, as soon as he told me like you can't Uber anymore, get out of my car. I'm like, I literally went to my phone. I was like,
You would think Uber would know that there's like 3 other Uber app
Yeah, well-
owners in the car and like just like either collectively ban us all like we were like fucking Pando and
no,
Shines
no,
and
no,
shit.
no, no.
Dude,
it was,
seriously, like
it was
I
the
would have
first.
flipped
brisk
out.
and we're
I am
Pando and Shines.
extremely jealous of my Uber rating, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm even annoyed that I'm only a 4.85.
My Uber
So if he had done anything to get that
5.0.
dropped down, I would
So-
be
so-
pissed.
Rating's a 5.0.
Because
So
I'm on there
offici-
all the
Of
time.
course it is, because you're a woman. That's how
So,
it works.
so I officially think my Uber
Oh, fuck
rating
you.
is 0%.
Hey-o.
It's 0%. I've taken one ride and I'm 0% on my
Can we all just
Uber.
have
There
a,
we go.
let's have a drink?
Mine
Yeah, it's
is
probably
not
negative.
It's rated.
Oh,
Let's
Drayden
drink
might
to
be.
Let's
that.
have a drink. Let's have a drink to Drayden and go
You know,
in and
we
out.
gotta
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah, why
we gotta
not?
drink
I'm
to
done with the
this,
shot glass.
and then
I
we
just
have to
am.
deal with
We have
where's
we
the
have
fucking
29 minutes or
SP
39
game?
minutes left of the show.
But
I have to get going.
Oh,
plans
shit,
came
man.
up, so
Peace out, motherfucker.
Peace out.
yeah.
Later, dude.
See you, bro.
I'm getting
See you
drunk. I'm getting
tomorrow
drunk
at the
text,
barbecue.
so my
So
plans are changing.
Whatever happened on Sunday,
All right, see you,
no
Matt,
one needs
dude.
to know
That-
about.
dude,
Oh,
also,
like-
Matt,
Nobody
thanks for-
cares.
We partied.
Hold on,
sun
Matt,
came
thanks-
up.
Well, we did.
We had the boyfriends back in the room, the 3 guys, and then we partied.
Whoa,
The 3 models?
And
Dude, I'm
Panda,
Matt, thanks for
Stefan
hosting the party
and
on your
Esteban.
I'm
phone.
not gonna lie.
we had like 8 people.
Okay,
Yeah.
We
I'm
had
not.
security show up to
Oh,
our
8
room.
people?
Well,
we
security
were
security
being
came to
too
the
loud.
room. I was like able to fucking talk
partied
and
like rock
be like,
stars.
yo, it's fine, okay. Like these 3 young gentlemen, okay, and
They were hot.
they were
so hot. They were.
and they were absolutely fucking gentlemen,
Dirk's all
like
pissed.
hanging out. Okay, Matt was there, fucking Panda was there. It was like, and we were just having a fucking good time, just chilling out. We were getting a little loud because we had the fucking like beats going and whatnot. Okay, but like, it was chill. It was totally fucking chill.
Yeah.
And then
You know
like,
what's not chill? You know what's not fucking chill? Selling SP.
Oh,
and
Yeah,
that's,
Oh.
and
That's
then-
one. That's
Nice
one hell of a
segue.
segue, Hyper.
Sunday happened, which I'm not going to tell you how fucking hard we partied on fucking
I
Sunday. 'cause
missed
Drayden-
most
I
of
don't
Sunday.
give a shit
Drayden had
about
to leave on
Sunday.
Sunday.
All I care is
Drayden
about
had to-
fucking SP gate.
Yeah,
Drayden had to fucking leave on Sunday. Okay, it was fine.
I wish
There
I
was
could have
shit that-
stayed.
There was
but-
shit that went down at the fucking CCP event. We had a fucking party up on the rooftop bar. Elo
Damn.
was there. Headliner came by. Fucking everybody fucking came by. It was fucking amazing. And apparently, I don't know how to say I got this.
Oh, also, real quick.
I'm sorry,
Dirk,
I don't
Dirk,
know how to not say
That's
I
why
Dirk,
I
got this.
Dirk,
buying
Dirk,
the
Dirk, Dirk.
$5.99 pack.
Hold on, Dirk,
Yeah.
Dirk, real quick, Dirk. I promised I would ask on their behalf because they're very insistent on the questioning. What did you get at KFC?
Okay. All right. Why are you skipping a fucking day
Wait,
ahead?
I'm not
Before you
scared.
do that-
Elo is like,
You
Okay,
know what?
Kate's
You
been
know what?
rolling
So
her
at
eyes for the
KFC
last
so
half
we gotta
hour.
go into more important
which
things.
was a hybrid. Like, when we left
We
on
have
Sunday,
more important topics to
when
talk
we left
about.
on
Wait,
Sunday,
before I
Kate
go-
got Taco Bell. My daughter and I got KFC. I ordered a fucking 20-piece hot wings as
They
well
ate
as a large
food.
mashed potatoes and gravy.
Holy shit!
All right, before I go, just make sure you don't forget to tell how Lord Robin proposed to his wife at the CN Tower on Sunday night.
Yeah,
Lord
that's cool
Robin,
as shit.
hold on.
Let's go.
Shot time. Pick them up if you got them.
I just did
If you're
one.
not
Like,
pussies, I want to see it.
I just
Dirk,
did a
can
shot,
you
like,
describe every bite of the KFC that you took?
Oh,
I think
you
we'd
know
be
what?
interested
You know
in
what?
that.
Fuck it.
How you
We got
masticated
30
over the course
minutes.
of 12 hours.
Describe
no, no.
taste.
3 wings at a time.
We got 30 minutes.
Describe
It
taste.
wasn't as
Opie, Opie.
spicy as fucking SP gate. Let's be real.
And drifters.
Well,
So
And
there was
drifters.
there was a whole fucking
We've got
ride
got
home,
30 minutes to
and then
cover
all of a sudden
drifters and
we
SP
roll up-
gate.
and all of a sudden we fucking roll up into
That's probably
the
not enough
whole
time.
Eve house fucking burning down.
I think we need like
Yes,
2 hours for
fuck that shit. Okay, so people that have been, had their heads stuck in a hole for the past week.
It's not a
We
week.
have
bro.
had
It's like 3 days.
people.
It's literally been a week.
It's been a week. It's been a week.
Yeah.
So CCP decided to release a new DLC pack where you can buy.
Drayden, throw
Shit.
up the graphic. Throw up the graphic, Drayden.
Yes,
throw the
yes.
graphic.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay.
Drayden,
Well, hold
throw
on.
up the-
Hold
throw up
on. Hold on.
the
Hold on.
appropriate
Whoa.
graphic.
Wait. Hold on. Hyper. Before we have to like do a little intro of this. not long.
All right, let me. All right, I will
Open
explain.
Comms is doing
Let
a
Brisk
sale.
explain, 'cause he's
No,
a smart
just
man.
Brisk, you go.
Drayden's got something to say.
No, well, I was just saying, like, we're doing a sale. Brisk, sale it.
Okay, so what happened was CCP decided to do a sale for New Bros called a starter kit, and they included a bunch of different things in there, some skins and a cerebral accelerator,
Bullshit.
and they also included
Added a delivery
1 million
line so I know when to
skill
put it up.
points, which is a
1
big deal.
million
So,
skill points.
because in honor of CCP doing that, Open Comms decided we need a starter pack for our New Bros.
We do.
Yes.
So we have put together one that we think will be beneficial to all of you who are
Which
not
we're also
the
going
Open
to
Comms
post
starter
patrons
pack.
for 3
Voila!
days.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
Bam!
So here's our
Yeah.
starter pack.
Biggity bang.
Ding.
Where does it go?
It's
Oh,
like,
yes.
look, obviously you get
$5
a
bucks.
bottle of fucking Tito.
$5.
It's
$5
worth
bucks.
10. It's worth $10.
bottle
It's
of
worth
Tito's.
$10.
It's worth 10, but you get it for 5.
Well, at least Tito's is.
It
has to be at
includes
least
1
15.
million brain cells, which you will need because they will
You
all
will
die.
need
That's
them.
how many
Oh,
you're going to
you
kill
need.
every
This
time
ain't
you
Emo
watch the
line,
show.
You're gonna burn them off.
I'd buy that for $1.
You get one small bottle of Tito's,
I'd buy
which
that
will
for
kill.
$1.
The small bottle of Tito's is guaranteed to kill all those million brain cells, but that's why we give them
But-
to you.
So
But-
you're
Yeah.
investing in those brain cells before you kill them off.
It's so you reach
So you
like
get
It's
the
an
one
investment. It's
small
an
bottle of
investment.
Tito's.
yeah, Manic.
But wait,
Manic,
there's
it's carbon
more.
neutral. It's
But
carbon
then-
neutral.
Hey, Drayden, there's more.
There is more, but wait,
One
but wait.
mansplaining booster, which is
One
perfect
mansplain booster.
for every
You
time
can-
Rain is on the show. She's
you
not on
can-
tonight, so we
It's
don't need
only
them.
perfect for 4%
But if she's
of
on
the
it,
time.
then we need the
Whoa.
booster.
Right. So you get the
Wow.
mansplaining.
4% of the time.
Hey,
because we know
I forgot my earplugs.
You don't have to
There you go.
mansplain anything more than 4% of the time.
You get
Right,
if-
because she's only on once.
you
every-
put
she's only
those
one
in.
of 4.
You put the mansplaining booster in, and it
then
amplifies
you know
what
everything?
Dirt does.
It amplifies what we do to Rain every time she tries to talk.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so
Does she
real talk.
even talk?
Let me
Real
mess.
talk.
Honestly,
now.
I don't even fucking know.
Watching us.
I know she's watching us. It's like you
Yeah,
don't
she
tell
can't
me.
And she
talk
knows
back,
what I'm
though.
saying is true. And then,
So-
of
Well,
course,
she
the last
was
thing
here
is
earlier.
earplugs
I
for when
don't
we
know if
start
she's-
talking over each other like
Hold
right
on,
now.
she was
The
here earlier.
earplugs
They
are
might
really
not.
for
when
Not
Dirt-
right
no,
now.
the
Not
earplugs are for
right
when
now.
Dirt
Shut
gets
the
going.
fuck
No,
up.
no, no.
You shut the fuck up.
No,
Here
hold
we
on.
go.
You
No,
don't
you
even
shut
need
the
to
fuck
shut
up.
the fuck. Shut the fuck
No,
up.
you shut the fuck
You
up.
shut the
I'm
fuck
not
up.
getting involved.
Earplugs.
Come on, let's all get along.
Shut the
Hands.
fuck up.
You shut the fuck up. You get
fucking show.
Calm down.
you get banned from Uber. You get banned from
You
Uber.
got her banned from Uber.
You get banned. You get banned.
Drayden,
Okay.
You're all banned.
Okay.
No Uber
Okay.
for you.
You all
So-
banned.
Drayden, I love the fact that your one and only experience for Eve North was you getting banned from Uber.
That's not my one.
I also
only-
love. I also love the fact
Whoa,
that
whoa, Jaden, that's not my one.
Every
only
time
experience
I'm
from
on
New
the
York. That's
show-
my only Uber. Well, no, that's my only self-proclaimed Uber.
You got Uber.
experience.
All right, I'm gonna
So,
go.
in the butt.
I am proud
No,
that
no,
I.
the
I
best-
what I want to say is, Kate, the best thing, I just love that you were telling Dirk, quiet, 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 because I get that from my wife every fucking Friday when we're on the show
oh,
with
well,
ladies.
is
She
that
starts
okay with that?
texting me,
Not
you're
ducking.
too loud, you're waking up the dog, please bring it down a notch. And you just did
Okay.
that to
I can
Dirk,
hear
that
him
was
on the
amazing.
second story.
Okay, so here's the biggest
So
thing.
Drayden,
labia,
Fucking
labia, labia.
SP
Roll,
selling
Drayden.
motherfucker
Labia.
at CCP.
Drayden,
I can't believe
Drayden, have
Dirk.
fun on your cruise.
Yeah, he will.
Don't get wasted tonight. Have fun on your cruise.
Well, no, I mean, like, you know, it's a
I'll
thing.
see you guys later.
Whoa, we're
Are we
too-
doing a
Whoa,
shot?
Kate,
You
Kate,
know,
Good night,
Kate,
Kate.
are you
over
going?
Kate.
less important
Good night, Kate.
stuff.
Why?
We're doing a
Good night,
shot.
Kate.
Good night.
Hold on, Kate, you're doing a shot.
Wonderful
Tito's.
meeting you.
So, well, I had the
I'm not
floor.
gonna. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
peer
yeah, just
pressuring you
one.
out of the bottle.
Out of the
Ooh.
bottle. Deep.
We can't
throat.
afford shot glasses,
Oh.
motherfucker.
I
So-
ended
That's
early.
probably
Like,
too
like Miss
expensive.
McGur's like, no, I'm not doing it, and then she showed me up. So, well,
So, SP selling degrades, destroys,
Wait a minute, hold
erodes
on, hold on. We
the
haven't gotten
whole
there.
trust.
Oh my God, Dirk, shut up.
just let him go.
It erodes the whole trust of the whole factor of how Eve has been. Them, giving SP, it's like, oh, well, will you fucking give SP for people doing stuff? Oh, we served down, here's some SP. Oh, shit, we fucked up, here's some SP. That's completely different than this whole debacle, this whole fucking avalanche of
Is
destructiveness
it debacle or
for Eve.
debacle?
That's
I
debacle.
believe it's
debacle.
debacle. And
Debacle.
people who can't
So
say it right have
fucking
no say in
change
it
it.
at all.
Panic.
Debacle. Debacle.
Debacle. I like
Debacle.
debacle.
This is fucking this erodes at the very heart.
That's
of
the French.
Debacle.
Debacle is the French
Yeah,
pronunciation.
Debacle.
Oh,
So-
that's how
shit.
that's how they
So,
say it up in
this
Toronto.
degrades
Here comes all the
this
grammar Nazis.
Eve. This is horrible. This is actually the most destructive stuff I've seen that CCP has put out in a long time. Selling SP directly.
I wouldn't say it's the most destructive, but it's pretty bad.
What do you think? Oh, unleash fucking drifters on the whole Eve?
That was
or...
great. That was cool.
That's totally necessary.
Hold on. I want to know right now.
Okay,
you
okay,
guys usually,
I'm
like,
willing
go
to
off
throw-
channel into like the next thing.
Hold
or
on.
You're gonna like just like
Dirk.
right
Well,
now
no,
talk
no,
about
Derek,
skill
here's what
points.
I want to do.
debacle
I would
me.
like
Are
to
you gonna
hear
talk
you.
about skill points, or are you gonna be like all over the fucking place?
I'm
No,
gonna
Dirk, I want to hear you
all
talk
over
about
the
skill
place.
points. I want to hear you explain why you think it's
I,
okay.
hold on. I'm willing to throw
Okay.
my nuts on the table right here, and because I know Dirk would, and
Well, you have
everyone.
to
Whoa, no,
Because I would. Because I'm
no,
Dirk.
no. But here's the thing. I know that everyone jump on Dirk because he'll say it first. I'm gonna jump on the ball and say it first. Skill points have now. Let's not get into the nitty gritty. I'll explain this later. But like, skill points have essentially indirectly been for sale since injectors
Whoa.
came out.
Which
Oh,
was
no,
what
okay,
year?
okay. So
No,
that
no, no, no,
is
no, 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 no.
generated
Manic,
by
I
the
know
players.
your thing. I know.
Dra-
I know
You're-
the
that's
argument
fucking
that those
bullshit.
That's
skill
that's
points.
the argument. That's the argument that everybody's been making, that skill points
No,
have
it's
been
not.
for
That's
sale.
Falcon's argument.
Hold
But
on,
no,
Manic.
a lot of people,
no,
a
it
lot
is
of
not.
people are making
Hold
that
on.
argument, and it's not entirely true.
Yes,
let,
man.
let,
No,
me-
it's
let me
not.
let me
Can
say
we
this.
just back
Let
it
me
up?
say
Okay,
this.
okay,
I
man-
just
Manic,
wanna-
go.
I just want to explain the
Manic,
difference.
go.
I just
Manic,
want to
go.
explain the difference.
Yes, it's Manic. Go.
Injectors-
Mansplain Manic.
I'm gonna use my
Let the guy
mansplaining.
that quit the game because
Let- I'm
You
gonna
got
use
your
my
one-
man.
You
I'm
got
gonna
your
use my
mans-
mansplaining
Hold on,
booster.
hold on.
What the
I'm gonna
Manic-
use my mansplaining booster.
Yes, do it. Do it. You got the boost.
Injectors.
He,
I,
yeah,
I
he
bought
did.
the open
Like,
comm starter pack.
I
Okay, so
put the $5 in my wallet already, Dirk.
injectors and extractors facilitate the transfer of SP between players. They are not a direct sale of skill
Well,
points.
it's not a direct.
It's not.
It's not a direct. If I inadvertently bought through some other motherfucker out there a dick that eventually got shoved up your ass, would you not be like,
Shut the
"God
fuck up.
damn,
Shut
Dirk."
up. Shut up.
Oh, okay.
Extractors. You're taking X amount of skill points away from a player and putting them into. So you're taking them from player A
They've
and you're
been
putting them into
generated.
player B. They
They've been
haven't been
generated
magically.
for
They
time.
haven't been magically generated by. They haven't been magically generated by CCP.
Okay. So I
the
get
end
that,
result
and
is still
then
the same,
hold
though.
on.
It's a net zero, whatever you call it.
Yeah, okay, so I get that. Let me explain my point, knowing that because I wanted you to say that because I know that is the thing. So here is I know the main issue. Maybe that's the main issue, but like a big issue with people is like these skill points are generated out of nothing. And
Yes.
but hold on, pardon my slur because I am drunk, but they're generated out of nothing, and so there is that aspect to it. But here's the thing: the way I think about it is, there's that because there is honest skill points. There are skill point. Dirk, plug your ears because I know you're like having an aneurysm.
I'm rubbing my temples.
Oh, okay. Whatever works for you. Just hold on. Just wait. I know
You need the
you.
earplugs from the starter pack.
You're going to have your time, but so I know that skill points are generated through time and skill farms, and then people extract that. That it's not the only skill extractor things that come from, but the majority of them come from that. So it's just random alpha accounts that train shit, and then just like they extract.
No, we can't alpha accounts and extract.
They train alpha,
Guys,
and
look,
then
let me just dull
omega
this down
and
because I'm
extract-
not drunk and I can
Well,
explain it easier. Here's the bottom
okay.
line. The problem with what they did was that it was not limited to starter brand new players. It was anybody that can use it.
Yeah.
So for somebody like me, with somebody like you guys, I've got my main Brisk is 165 million skill points. My Titanall is 95 million skill points. giving away a million skill points for $5 to any player.
That's 20
means
skill
that players
injectors
like
for a
me-
high level character.
That is
Yeah.
the equivalent of like $60 worth of skill inject, $60 worth of real money of skill
No,
inject.
probably 100 because that's
Oh,
that's.
Well, you
even
have to.
better.
You have to buy. You either have to buy two
to
of
buy
the
if you buy
$40
Plex-
packs or one of the $100
if you
packs.
buy
equal amount
Plex
of
and
money.
This is
sell
where
it.
my eyes glaze
What's
over
even
when I get into the
funnier is
math of it.
fucking
But
Falcon.
Well, the
regardless,
money-
the point is,
It's about
that they didn't
$100.
restrict it. They did not restrict it to new players.
I
Even though they
was
call it a starter
shocked at
pack,
that.
so everybody could do it. So I went out there. I've got 5 alpha account, 5 omega accounts. I bought it for all of them. It's $25. Why would you not do that?
Yeah, I
So that's
no,
the issue.
exactly.
If this
I
was
have two-
for, if this was just for new players, and it was something that they could only use if they had a character that was younger than 30 days old, or if it was an account that was younger than 30 days old, nobody would give a shit.
Let
I
me
do
ask,
so
let
that's
me
the
ask
issue.
this question.
Fucking
Let me
thing.
ask this question because I've heard that a lot. I've heard the excuse is like, well, if you can only buy it once, it's only limited to accounts less than 30 days old. Let me ask this: where do you draw the line? Let's hypothetically, I'm going to put out a hypothetical. Let's say CCP puts out a DLC pack that includes a battleship. Hey, let's go
Nope,
one further.
draw the line.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Wait.
Go,
Let's
whoa,
say
go
CCP
Manning.
puts
the
out.
fucking
Let's
line
say
got
they,
drawn.
let's
Let
say
him
they let's say they
talk,
put
Dirk.
out. Let's say they put out a. I've got the speaking pillow. Let's say CCP puts out a DLC pack that includes. I'm going to go to the extreme. Let's say it includes a fully fitted Rorqual and all of the skills to fly it. Shut up.
And the skills.
And all the skills to
Manic
fly
has
it.
the
Let's
conch.
say they sell it for $50.
Dirk, shut the fuck up.
Let's say
Manic
they
has a
sell it for.
conch.
Let's say they sell it for $50. You can only buy one per account, and you can only buy it on accounts less than 30 days old. Is that
That's-
acceptable?
No, it's way
No,
past
no,
the
that's
line. I mean,
fucking
look,
horrible.
Where
That's
where
what
do
I
you draw the
we have
line?
told them.
Do you draw the line at 5 million skill
I will.
points?
I will
At-
tell
at
you
no,
what. I will
3
tell you
million?
what.
Like what's
I will tell you what we said on the CSM last time, and it's in the minutes. Well, it may not.
Well,
be in the
you
minutes,
might
but
get
anyway, I'll
banned
tell you
for
what
it.
I said.
Actually, do we
I'll
care?
tell you what I said because that's not NDA. The bottom line for me is you cannot sell anything that is going to give somebody a legitimate step up in the game over other players that don't buy the item, and it can't be something that is not that you can't otherwise get in the game by doing stuff for free.
Well,
So that's
yeah.
why I don't like gold ammo. That's why I don't want them selling ships. I don't want them
Just
selling
fucking
specific
stop with your
modules.
bullshit gold ammo shit.
No,
I'm just saying, I don't want any of that stuff.
You don't.
I don't want those
This
types of
is
things.
fucking about them selling
I do not
SP
want-
for anything that you will possibly want.
But the point is, I do not have a problem
and
with-
DLC for people that fucking are less than 30 days old because we don't want to,
I
get
don't
rid of
have
the
a
newbie.
problem
Because
with
we
them
don't- hold on,
selling
hold on,
things like
time out, Brisk,
SP
time out.
and
Would you let him
skins.
go? Just let him go with what he thinks his 30-day thing is.
No. Even fucking Falcon said this. 30 days. Oh, we want the new bros to be able to
Fine.
get in this.
We can all agree on
well,
new
you can get
bros, right?
You can buy the DLC Rockwell pack to get into Rockwell. Oh, by the way, we throw in a Rockwell for free.
Okay, that's speculation. That's speculation. Hold on.
No,
Guys, look. I mean, the bottom
That's
line.
speculation. They aren't selling that
no,
right
stop.
now.
To Manic's point, here's the deal. With skill injectors, with Plex, with all that stuff, you can buy anything you want in the game if you have enough money. The
Right?
thing with the skill
Yes.
points, and the entire point of what's okay with monetization and what is not is that the monetization can't have an impact or should not have a significant impact on the in-game economy. Do not sell stuff with ISK, sell stuff for Plex or whatever that you can buy in the game with ISK that players have to create. So don't sell ships, don't sell ammo, don't sell anything. Sell cosmetic stuff, sell
Skill
multi-character
points
training
are
stuff,
there
sell
with
extractors.
injectors.
All that stuff is okay.
Anything of consequence should be generated by the players.
Correct. Exactly.
This pack that they're selling has skill points that were this
if
pack
you want
that they're
to
selling.
buy stuff like this, then buy the Plex, sell it for ISK in the game, and then use the ISK to buy the stuff. That's the thing. So this was
Wait,
like
hold on.
this was
So the thing
skipping the
players-
process.
players should be
Plex,
I
we should be able
don't
to
mind
buy that, but not
I-
the other things that you think we should
Well,
buy.
there were-
because you're
look.
not a fucking libertarian.
I have a
No,
question.
I'm not saying that.
I have a question.
But
that is literally what you just said. The only
What?
thing you should be able to buy and convert into anything else is Plex.
I need more alcohol.
No,
for
what I'm
this.
saying is
Yeah.
you buy
Yeah, yeah,
Plex,
man.
you convert that into ISK.
As long
you can
as it's
sell
Plex.
cosmetics. You can sell cosmetics. You can sell Omega time. You can sell a ton of different things that don't have a direct impact on the gameplay, that aren't generated in the game, and that's fine. But otherwise, sell the Plex and then let people take the Plex, put it in the game, transfer it to ISK, and then buy the stuff from other players.
I'm sorry. Where were you when they allowed all this shit to be bought out on their fucking website?
Well,
years
see,
ago. Like,
where
where
else
were
can we
you?
buy fucking
Where
SP?
were all you fucking pearl clutching?
No,
I'm not clutching my pearls.
Just give me my one fucking moment.
I
swear
do
to
not
God, I'll step
want-
the fuck off.
You get your
Where
fucking
were all
moment.
you
It's gonna be
pearl
all you-
clutching
let's do it.
motherfuckers
I was in
when
high
this
sec running
fucking
missions is what
ship
I was doing.
sailed 3 years ago.
But the
and
point
you
is,
all
look,
bitches
guys,
fucking-
Wait,
it's
whoa,
different.
completely
Dirk,
fucking
it's different.
The point
Exactly.
is,
Now-
again, I don't have a problem selling skill points like that directly to a new bro, as long as it's not some crazy amount. 1 million skill points for $5 for a guy with a
Why, you
30
just got
euro
that for
account,
logging in
that's
for
okay.
16 days.
Correct.
No,
That's why it's
well,
okay.
yeah, because
And
that's
that was
once a
available
year,
to
maybe.
everybody without spending cash.
Everybody
Correct.
who
Yeah,
logged in. Hey,
you don't have to
Drayden,
pay
hey,
money for
Drayden,
that
Hey,
shit.
Drayden, you didn't spend cash. Did you get 1 million skill points?
I did spend
He didn't
cash.
log
like-
in.
No,
He didn't
I
log in,
spent
he didn't
cash.
log in. You didn't log
I,
in.
I,
Hey,
s- I s- wait, Rain.
Hi, Ivy.
What, Rain?
If
No,
you
it's
guys
Ivy.
are done with Eve North,
Oh, it's Ivy,
I'm
sorry,
going to
sorry.
bow out.
Fuck.
Yeah,
We're
we're
done.
so-
Good night, Ivy. Bye, guys.
Thank you,
you're
Ivy.
Bye, guys.
entering-
Ivy.
Bye.
Sorry,
Ivy
like-
got
We're in the
blessed.
crazy
Bye,
part.
Ivy.
right now.
Reload.
Time
We
out,
love you.
time out. Before Ivy leaves, I just want to say
Lives.
this.
Yeah,
I just want to say
Ivy,
this.
dude, Ivy.
I can't say that I had the most fun time that I did ever at a fucking Eve event, okay? Because Vegas is a really cool motherfucking thing. I am going to say this. I did not have a less of a fun time. This was equal to last year's fucking Eve Vegas as
Oh, yeah.
far as I'm concerned.
Which was the
For,
best
like,
one.
For like those of us who are out there willing to fucking party and have a good fucking time and
You weren't even
enjoy the
goon
fucking
then.
moment.
Well, hold on. And
So I want to thank them with a not all of this bottle of Tito's, but like, you know, just a shot off it.
But,
okay?
hold on.
I want
I-
to thank them for the work that they put in, for the work that Streamfleet put in, for the work that CCP put in, as well as the money that CCP put in. Okay. Thank you for making this a really super motherfucking enjoyable event. It was amazing.
Yeah, and
Vegas will be better.
I'm just going to echo Dirk's thoughts.
Vegas won't be better. It might be as good.
I'm going to echo, before we take the shot, I'm going to echo Dirk's thoughts and the fact that this was, honestly, like, I'm not even kidding, like, every Vegas we've been to, it's been better than the last, and this was, I would say, equal to as much fun as I fucking had last year in Vegas. I'm not even
at
kidding.
the Cabana Star.
Like, even at the Cabana Star, I'm not even kidding, like, with the rooftop party, with the pub crawl, with the Lee's Palace, with all the stuff that I went to. And I was even gone on I left early on Sunday. I didn't even get to do the CN Tower and all the other stuff that everyone else did. And I still was like, this is probably one of my favorite Eve meets I've been to. And this is the first time you guys put this together. So, like, you guys putting this together out of scratch did a hell of a job. And kudos to you guys.
I'm upset that Drayden had as much fun as Vegas because I wasn't at Toronto.
Yeah,
So that means he
that's-
didn't have.
I'm-
he had
I'm
more
all right,
fun
seriously.
than I
You
did.
know what? I'm gonna
Not
tell you
fair.
right
I'm
now.
just saying.
Chris, it don't matter where you go, you never have the kind of fun that we do. That we will, because you know what?
Whoa.
That's
We're
true.
always
I'll
fucking
straight
backed
like
I
off
don't know
in the
about
suit.
that.
So whatever. We are the ones who are the fucking ones who know what fucking fun is, and the two of us just literally told you that shit was fucking fun.
It was
I'm
fun
glad
as
you had
fuck.
a
Go out
good
there and
Yes.
fucking bag off and whatever goddamn dinner you're gonna have one night. This shit was
I
fucking
had
fun.
shit. I had
It
work
was
to do. I
on.
couldn't say no to work.
Whatever.
They pay me.
That's how this fucking shit works.
That's how we
Jared,
roll.
$3,000 I'll come to
Anyways,
Toronto.
let's
Last
start
time,
bringing
thanks so
glad
much for
SP
coming to
again.
Eve North.
I'm glad we could throw you guys
Thank
an
you,
amazing
Ivy.
Dude,
time.
You did a great job.
Anyway, thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks
It's
for
like- it's
for
like-
picking up.
I'm sorry I missed
Ivy
it.
and Jaded and
Fuck SP selling.
Veronica isn't here. Matt left earlier, but you guys and
Matt
Appo,
left?
Appo,
Wow, he
like
was
you
the
put
fucking
in a
best
work.
worker.
Like, I mean, like, dude, all of
Fuck,
you
does he have
guys,
to go to a
techno,
party?
like,
Fuck
you
Matt.
you
Matt's
guys,
a fucking dick.
well,
Much like
Jesus
your
Christ,
posting.
I'm just saying, like, all of you guys that put work into this thing, like, well fucking done. That's all I can say. Like, in the best
You know,
wishes.
I
Well,
actually
Shout out to
when I
Stream
say
Fleet for
Vegas,
streaming the whole fucking thing for those of us who
tickets
couldn't be
there.
there.
Manic,
Stream
yes,
did an
yeah,
awesome
good call,
job.
Manic.
You
Yeah,
know
also
who's not
Stream
gonna
Fleet.
get free tickets next year?
This should
Vegas?
grow. This should grow the way that fucking E-Vegas did when it was under goon control and all that kind of fucking shit.
It still
And
is under fucking
and it
goon
became
control.
the E-Vegas that you fucking know. This should
This is
also
Manic.
grow like that with support
Dude,
from
you
fucking
know what?
CCP. And if CCP doesn't fucking support this, you know what? Fuck them, because this was a good fucking time. Allow the fucking North Americans to be in two different fucking places.
I also
I'm just gonna say, for those that have been supporting us, my plan, which I've discussed with my
No,
team
you.
over the last couple of days, we fully intend on trying to do this again next year for everybody that came.
yeah.
So,
Now that
how
being said,
cheap
if
is
you
it?
go to
Bravo.
Vegas
New
again
Orleans,
for next
Bravo
year.
to the Eve North team.
You know what? The poutine alone will draw me in, because I'm not even gonna fucking lie. I had poutine for
It's
my
just gravy on French fries.
No, it's
Wait.
more than
Shut
cheese.
your
God.
fucking
Hyper, you have no fucking clue. I've had brown gravy.
so
I've had
Did it have
Viper?
maple syrup on
sorry,
it?
and I've had
Hyper.
fries. No,
It's like this.
just no.
Hyper wasn't there.
It's-
He has no say.
Hyper,
Whoa.
I'm not gonna
That
fucking
guy.
lie.
He's
Ivy
just-
just put you
Hy-
on blast.
Yeah, Hyper,
Damn.
you just don't even know, dude. You can't know until you go, because it's not
Can't know
just.
until I go.
It is
Can't
French
know
fries.
That should be the motto.
You can't be there till you're
You
there.
can't. You can't know until you go.
Like, here's the thing: it's French
Okay,
fries,
we'll do it
cheese
live.
curds, and it's gravy, but they
Some
will
great
do it
marketing
fucking
right there.
live.
They do a special
right.
gravy.
We'll do it
Like
live.
the recipe of the gravy is a secret to a good poutine, and I'm telling you.
All that being said,
No,
That
no,
hot
I'm
pour that
addicted.
pour that
I'm
hot
addicted.
gravy on
Buying
it.
SP
I'm actually going to
from
look online
SCCP.
for
I'll
poutine
tell you right now,
recipes.
as a
Delana,
chef,
if
the
you're
most
listening,
important
pour that
part
hot
is
gravy on
temperature
me.
control
Yeah,
of
pour it
all
on.
of your
Pour it
items.
on him.
Pour it all over.
you can
Hot
see
gravy on
He's
poutine,
hot,
bro.
sweet.
Pour that hot sweet gravy.
Yeah,
all
Okay.
over.
Let's
He's
be
hot,
real.
sticky sweet below
Hot,
his
sweet-
belt and
All-
between his
all-
feet.
All that
Gravy
being said, I
is
just
a-
did that really
equivalent
big
to
giant
SP.
chug out of this fucking Tito's bottle for these people up here. But if you guys want to actually get fucking knee deep, elbow deep, fucking neck deep, fucking like whatever deep, and
Elbow
fucking skill
deep.
points, let's fucking do it. Let's go fucking right now.
Dude,
Fucking do
dude,
it.
Look,
Hell yeah,
You
he's
bottom
dirty.
line
you
for me-
bitches
The
who
whole
weren't there back in the
drifter-
fucking day when we were talking about
Drifter
this shit.
tobacco.
I did not
is
have a
only
single
to,
problem with them
ignore-
selling skill points to new bros, because they
To new
anybody
bros or to
the-
Rockroll
to
bros?
new bros, to new players.
To
I'll wait
because-
till
bro.
fucking
The point, I mean,
Rockroll
look,
were
you
you,
guys,
Chris?
you
comes
guys,
out.
you guys were in Toronto. You saw the fucking keynote. You saw what Berger said. The fact is, like, after 30 months, 3 months, or a month, or 30 days, or whatever it is,
The retention rate is
4%
garbage.
is the retention rate.
Here's
It's dog
here's
shit.
the thing.
So
Hey,
give
that's
these guys
not
some
our
extra skill
fucking
points to
fault.
start for
That's
$5.
the
Who
fucking
cares?
game's fault. They have shit style.
There you go.
days.
It's bad.
Can you be part of
bad.
Eve's 10 motherfucking
I'll give you the
percent?
example.
Dude,
Wait,
lasts longer
so
than
everybody,
here's the
shut up,
question.
shut up, shut up. Everybody, shut
You know
up.
what lasts better?
Wait,
Shut
Hyper,
up.
shut up.
Blast him. Blast
I
him.
got the conch. I got the fucking
Blast
conch.
him has the
There ain't
conch.
no fucking conch here.
So
bitch.
last
You know
night,
how the fucking
what do I
Let
do?
Blast him talk. Let Blast him
Shut
talk.
up.
We're gonna
So
sit
last
there and
night
say,
I'm
let Blast him
watching
talk.
anybody who knows Summit 1G. Who knows Summit 1G?
Summit
Big streamer,
1G?
right?
No.
Yeah, he's
I
a
don't
Sounds
know
big
what
familiar.
that is.
Counter-Strike
He's a gay
Go.
streamer?
He's a big streamer. I mean, he's got like 20,
Is
25,000
he like
followers.
is he like Manic
Followers.
Velocity big?
So
or?
last night he
Is he
has
bigger than me?
nobody. He has no game to play last night. He's like, all right, give me a game to play. Somebody pipes up, not me. Somebody play Eve Online, right? Play Eve Online.
He says,
He's like,
"Fuck that
I've
shit."
never fucking heard of Eve Online. He pulls up the video
What?
of this is.
Shut up!
He pulls
There's-
up.
there's
This is
plenty of
Eve
people
trailer,
who don't
right?
know
He
what
pulls
Eve
up
is.
Eve trailer. This is Eve. He's like, wow, this is really cool. Is this PvP? And I'm like, yeah, it's PvP. Fucking cool. Then he pulls up a real PvP video of like the Nightmare, Officer Fit Nightmare. He goes, he sees the overview.
How
he
can I
sees
buy into
everything.
this?
He sees everything on a fucking screen. He goes, what the fuck is going on? That's the new player problem. It's not us buying and selling 1 million skill points. It's people look at
YouTube videos and say, "What the fuck is going on?"
Eve is
Yeah,
a
no.
boring game to watch. It's a
is.
boring game to play, but it's it's very boring to watch.
No, he was looking at the overview, the capacitor. He was looking at the modules.
That's what I'm saying.
He's looking
like,
at the D-scan.
how long is he gonna
The guy
lie?
has
Going on all
this
over the
much
place.
but it's
screen
like-
to look at.
It's
on
not
a, on
that
a,
interesting to watch. Unless you know what's going on, Eve is
It's
not a fun game
it's
to
really
watch.
not. Even if you do, that's why we have to have all these special tools and stuff for tournaments to make.
That's
it
why I
interesting.
structured my stream
That's
the
why
way
they
I
fucking
did, because I
bailed
know
the
Eve is
tournaments.
boring as fuck to watch.
No.
It
This
is.
a good game
Don't-
that we all
Whoa,
enjoy.
It's a good
if we're
game.
out there
It is a
shooting
good game.
asteroids Or like
Dirk,
PvPing.
Eve is a good game. It is not a fun game to watch.
There is a community, and that's the biggest thing in Eve that probably
Is
keeps
it?
a lot of
Is
people.
it really?
Well,
Yes,
then
it
how
is.
do we get
Harvard
as a
is
marketing
fucking
guy?
amazing.
As I'm a marketing guy,
actually lets
how do I
people
bring
actually
people in
monetize
who
that?
see
It's
that
a better
YouTube
community.
video? How do I bring people in who see that YouTube video with their screen 80% covered of overview, the D-scan, the capacitor? How do I bring
That's
them
not
in
on
through
the
that YouTube video
players.
and then
Here's
bring
the
them
thing.
into community? I don't
You
know
can
how
get
to do
them
that.
here. The problem is not getting them here. I mean, you saw there was like 20,000 new accounts get started every day.
Every time there's a huge fight, every time there's a huge fight, there's an influx of new players.
The problem is keeping them more than 7 days, which is what Mannix said. I mean, the bottom line
Yeah.
is,
Do
in my
the 7-day
experience, and this is my
challenge.
experience.
Be part of the Eve 10%.
Hashtag
Yes,
7-day challenge.
In my opinion, the reason why people stick around more than 7 days is because they get to know somebody in the game, or they make friends, and they want to keep playing because of the friends. That's
Or
what
buy
keeps
the Eve
people
starter
going.
pack.
Exactly.
Shut
gives
up,
you a
Dirk.
million fucking brain cells.
Yeah,
and a
well,
bottle
you
of
know,
Tito's.
fuck that
Just
shit.
roll with it.
1 million
There you go.
SP is
A million
something
skill
it's-
points that they're not going to have any idea what to do with.
Well, that's
Exactly.
I mean, that's one of the other
put them in
things.
Triglavian. I put them in
Part of
Triglavian.
the, part of the
The
deal
biggest
is
thing is no.
they
Here's
give
the
you
biggest
give
thing.
the extra skill points that they don't know what to do with, so they hold on to it until they figure out what they want
No,
to do.
No,
and then
I
here's
they
the
knew
thing.
what to do with
This
it.
is fucking a tester to get people to be willing to buy SP. This is the whole thing
I
of
don't
them
think it was
trying
that.
to
I
figure
think
it
it-
out.
honestly-
No, fuck you guys. This is what it is. This is the
Hyper-
fucking gateway drug.
Hyper, if
It's
if
not
I had
crack,
enough,
it's just
if
cocaine,
I had
dude. Don't worry
enough
about
faith in
it.
CCP that the salespeople and the marketing people were talking to the developers, then I would maybe consider that this could possibly be some kind of a
Well,
crack thing.
you know,
but I
one
don't.
would
I
also
think this
think that
was
you wouldn't get banned too.
no. I think this is straight up a situation where smart ass. I think this is straight up situation where they were thinking, all right, how do we help new bros? Here's a good idea. We already sell this stuff on Steam, so what's the issue? Let's
Man,
go
what
ahead
are
and
you
do it
drinking?
everywhere. And they didn't think it through. That's it.
No,
It
no,
happens
no,
all the
they-
time.
You know,
Dirk,
I don't
totally happens
give-
all the
I
time
gotta
with
run.
CCP.
Thanks for having us on, buddy.
See you, Apple.
Good night, Apple.
Apple,
I don't
okay,
have
Apple,
any-
Apple,
I don't even
hold on.
give
Tell
CCP
Liddy.
the benefit of the doubt.
Tell
on that.
Liddy, I'm moving my stuff tonight, but I have to. I told her I was on vacation. Don't tell her to don't ban me.
I
Don't
can't, I
ban
can't promise.
Lady, do not
no,
ban
so here's the
fucking
thing.
Drayden. I swear to God,
This-
lady,
No,
I got
I-
powers in talking in
No,
Stacy's
I already-
chat.
no,
I will
I'm-
fucking ban you from there too. If
I'm
you ban
joking.
Drayden.
I'm joking. I actually already
Okay,
talked to her.
are you friends with Matterall?
I'm just-
No.
I ain't friends with fucking
Friends of
Matterall.
Matterall.
No, I
I'll
don't.
take care of you, brother.
Associates with the
No,
battalion.
Apple.
No,
I
it's
actually
another
already.
Tommy also.
I was joking.
And
I
you know what?
actually.
And I know Scion.
Okay, I'll
don't make me
finish.
bring that
Dude,
motherfucker
don't-
back to
Oh,
your
fuck.
CSM.
What is this saying gonna do?
No, I
Be
was
banned
actually. I
again?
was actually joking. I've already talked to Lady, and she knows I'm going on vacation this weekend
Wait.
too.
Lady Scarlet?
I know Digi.
Yeah. No. Lady
Fuck
Scarlet
all
loves
you all.
me.
Yeah,
Like,
I-
You know what?
I
I know a
know-
guy who knows Digi.
No.
Don't
I
fucking me.
like Lady Scarlet likes me.
Who do
And
we
I
all
already
know?
told her. I already told her I was going on a vacation. And
Don't
then-
we all know people?
Well,
You guys
luckily
realize
you didn't
Drayden's
leave
gonna miss
anything
his
in
flight
the
tomorrow.
SH
There's no way he
Drayden's
makes his
not-
flight.
No,
I'm
I'm
sorry,
making
because
it.
otherwise
Drayden is
I'm
not
making
We
it.
making
got
his
you,
flight
Drayden.
tomorrow.
We got you.
I'm
Drayden.
not
Raise-
with
raise
this
your
guy's
hand if
fucking
you know
cell phone
Falcon.
numbers. She'd be like,
I know
"Right,
Falcon.
Yeah,
I know
we got
Falcon.
Drayden.
okay, so obviously
Shot
Drayden
time?
didn't leave anything in
My
SH.
flight's at
Shots.
1, Brisk.
Shots.
1 p.m.
Here's the thing, okay?
Okay.
Literally, we're ending this shit in 6 fucking minutes because of
No,
this. Because
we're
of this
not.
one.
We're going
fucking reason.
overtime. We're going.
No,
overtime.
screw
going
it.
on
All right.
fucking
So then, all right. We already talked
We
the skill
can't.
points out. We
We
got to talk
can't.
about drifters.
Hold on.
Go
Yeah.
Drifters.
You know,
Go
fuck,
Drifters.
so here's
You know what? Fuck
drifters were
drifters.
introduced to only distract us from the SP debacle that fucking SC.
Oh, here we go.
is trying to do.
There's another good conspiracy theory.
No, I love a good conspiracy
Fucking
theory.
shot.
No. Fuck
Drifters.
this. CCP's like, oh shit, how do
Armageddon.
we get them to ignore the SP
If
that
you
we're selling
think
it?
if you think
Fucking let's
CCP
unleash
didn't have this
all
planned
of the
out, you're
drifters
fucking
on all
naive as
space.
fuck.
Hyper, you're giving them way too much credit, man. I'm
No,
serious.
No,
CCP.
no,
This
no,
this
I-
was
I
so
give
fucking
Hilmar enough
calculated.
credit
This was so
to fucking
fucking
destroy the
calculated.
game.
What the wag the dog stuff? I just don't see it.
No, the invasion, the
Whoa.
shit that happened with the drifters, CCP knew exactly what they were doing. Come on.
Exactly.
How could they?
I agree.
If
Well,
you
because they
think
fucking
this was
created the game.
planned
How
out,
could they
the
that's
war
how they
guy,
do it.
fucking
I don't know.
hinted at
I
the
have to
fucking
agree with
keynote.
fucking Manic
They
about
threw
this whole
AI
shit.
out into the world, and this is what happened.
No,
No.
How did,
No,
how
oh
does
my
CCP know?
god.
They fucking
This is not
programmed it.
Skynet fucking acting on its own. This is
They don't.
CCP
Are you sure
made
about
this
that?
happen.
Honestly,
fucking
CCP don't know
serious?
how shit's
CCP
gonna happen.
Fuck no.
fucking
CCP knew
just implements the
exactly.
shit.
See, they pushed a somebody somewhere pushed a button
Exactly.
and made
Falcon
this drifter shit
pressed
happen.
the button on the drifters to
Not
kill
Falcon.
everybody.
It wasn't Falcon. But
May not
I
have been
blame
Falcon, but
fucking
it was
Falcon.
somebody in the CCP office. Somebody
I do
somewhere
believe
pushed
it
a
was
button.
Hilmar.
Well, Hilmar
Who I
would,
want to do a
would
shot to
explain
right
a lot
now
of things.
because like
Fucking Hilmar.
he
No,
nutted the fuck
okay,
up.
seriously, I
Hilmar
want.
nutted the fuck
Hilmar
up on
is like,
Twitter
oh, why
over
don't
the
you guys
course of the last
complain
48
about buying
hours.
I want to give an honest shot to Hilmar for actually engaging in conversation on Twitter, which is something he rarely
actual
does.
And then
shit that he
Twitter turned
proposes?
into the
He's like,
fucking
oh,
forums
hold my
with the
beer, I'm gonna
theories.
fucking destroy the game.
It didn't devolve into madness. He came in there cool-headed and collected.
It was like, why can't you bitches
He did.
talk about
He-
fucking
no,
skill points?
Really?
No, we have to
No,
get off into
he
everything
answered
that we have a
questions.
fucking
me?
gripe
And this
about.
this
Fucking
wasn't
manic?
like this wasn't like 2 or 3 responses from Hilmar. He engaged
No,
in
it was like
conversation
50,
for like
80
multiple
responses.
for like a few hours. He was talking to people. I got mad respect to Hilmar for doing that.
Whoa, first time in what, 5-10 years?
That's
Whatever.
what I'm saying.
What-
He
hold
doesn't
on, hold
do
on.
that.
I have not.
He
been a
doesn't do that
fucking
because
throw
nobody
respect
lets
at fucking
him.
Hill.
It's
No,
like
no, no, no.
fucking
I
letting
have not
Trump
been a
The
throw
only
respect
the
at
only
stuff
time
Hilmar
Hilmar
for
goes
fucking
on
years.
Twitter.
half the entire
The
fucking
only
country.
time Hilmar posts on Twitter is to talk about a new expansion or some new
He threw up.
development. He
Dude,
doesn't get on Twitter to actually engage with his
because
customers.
he
So
doesn't
the fact
fucking know his own game.
the fact that he
I think
did,
he
I
might
have
now.
respect for
I
him.
think
I
he
have
might-
respect for
I
him.
think he
No,
might
I-
have-
I don't even
I
think
think
he does
might
know
have
now.
a summer of rage.
I'm not. I don't.
let this shit
No,
happen
I don't.
now
I don't want to
too
be a
kind of
bitter
thing.
asshole
No,
like that. I
no.
think no. I have respect for Hilmar for
All that
actually
being said-
engaging
all that
in a
being
Twitter
said,
conversation.
You know what? Tonight we're on INN. You know where fucking Matani was all fucking day long? Talking in Station's fucking Discord.
Because he was calling- because this
he
is fucking
can't
bullshit.
Get the fucking give and take from the drifters the way he thought he would from I don't know, Vince
fucking
Draken
the drifters
or
are giving
maybe
more fucking fight
Discord
back.
Brisk
or
just
like
walked
whatever-
off the
whatever
show.
her name
CL
is.
Brisk
fucking
literally
more
just walked off the
than
show.
anything else. No,
Oh, he's back.
the
He's
whole
back.
thing is
All
like
right.
we're getting more fights from fucking drifters invading our space in
I
Delve.
know.
Oh,
I
I'm
know.
sorry,
And then
Brisk.
fucking
Are we
and
too
and
loud
whatever
for
we
you?
Cleaning all
fucking
this shit up in
do.
Are we
tribute?
too loud
Like I
for
don't even
you,
know what
Brisk?
the
I'm
hell
so
you
sorry.
the comparing between the two.
I swear to God, if I
can't
had a
even
fucking top hat
undock.
right now, I'd fucking wear it. I'd wear a fucking top hat.
I got a top
right
hat.
Now,
Hold
like,
on,
You,
hold on.
you
Wait,
wear
I
a
got a
top
top
hat with
And
fucking
it's like,
drifters.
and what would that mean?
Killing shit. Well, they already even killed. Was it the fucking horde? Was it
Their jump gate.
Jump gate. Thank you, Briss.
You can't jump gate me with a
Yeah,
top
yeah,
hat.
no. Okay, oh, because of fucking jump gate. What's the big deal?
But I got
That's
a top
still
hat.
a big thing.
Guys, look. This is 2019. The game's been out since 2003. Anything new with PvE and nullsec, I'm gonna say this is good. Especially when it makes all of us freak out because we have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Well, yeah,
That's a
because
good thing.
fucking
Is that
NC
Yeah,
doesn't-
that's the
How is that bad?
NC's
Is
like,
that
oh,
not
send the
cool?
drones.
I want everybody
They
to
actually do
acknowledge
more
my
shit
top
than
hat.
we do.
Everybody acknowledge my top
That's not a
hat.
fucking
That's a good top hat.
I got a top
That's
hat.
steampunk.
I got a fucking top hat.
Manic, it's not a fucking top hat. It's
This
not-
is a top hat, you motherfucker.
It's like a
Top
fucking
hat
hat
is
with
not gonna
goggles.
fucking degrade from the fact that CCP introduced a existential crisis in the game that is
For a
so
few
fucking
days.
stupid that
For a
doesn't even
few
make any
days.
sense for the
Can
game.
even the
We were in the
Imperium
middle
not
of
fucking
fucking
last for a
destroying
few fucking
NC
days?
Dot.
Everyone,
Chris
you
gets
all
a blue
need to
donut.
identify
The
my
Chris
role.
gets a
Over
blue donut.
sandbox
We
doesn't
would
give
have
you get that blue
destroyed
donut?
them. They would have
What the hell
bent
you
over.
want to
They
do,
would
or
have
what
taken
kind of
Where'd you get that,
internal
Briss?
politics
Hey,
are
by the way-
currently
by
based
the
on
way,
Is
the
that
game.
real sugar?
The
I want to
empires themselves
paraphrase-
run
I
completely
want to
independently,
paraphrase
and
No, no,
Pando
no,
right
fuck
now.
that
He's part
shit.
of the Imperium.
No,
Whoa, there's-
fuck this.
Well,
Y'all are a bunch
drifters
of
and
fucking
Triglavians
bitches,
have been
not
something that's
much
been
is happening
escalating
here.
for like almost 2 to 3
Triglavians?
years.
What
Solid.
NC
And
is
it's something
fucking
that we all knew was
relying
coming
on
because us as
NPCs
players
from
kept
TCP
literally
to actually
poking the
do
bear.
their shit
And
for
this
Whoa,
is what
whoa,
happened.
whoa,
defend
whoa.
their stuff
We knew it
because
we
they
knew
cannot
when
do it on their own.
Everybody
CCP had-
stop!
had-
Everybody stop! Everybody stop! Sorry, I know everyone
No.
is like, no! Everybody fucking stop!
What?
Because everybody was on their own.
We broke the fucking
No,
server.
even Dirk, even you, stop. Everyone was on their own tangent, and nobody fucking heard what anyone said in the last 5 minutes.
We don't
know
care.
what bitches want to know?
Doesn't matter. Hold on. We have to go one at a fucking time.
Can a Matani
And
not
I'm
get
going
a
to
what?
delegate. I'm going to delegate this shit because if I don't say you go, you don't go.
But can't you go?
Fucking dunk.
Get a you go.
I love you,
It's
Dunk.
not
I love you.
Yugoslavia, bitches.
Oh. Okay.
Inception.
Okay, so is it just me? that
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
nine
No,
inch
no,
just
no,
died?
no!
Yeah,
Hold
like,
on.
literally, right now, we're all not trying to.
Oh, okay,
fucking
okay.
earn
So,
rank
so
in our
right
position.
now, like, there's too many people that are too drunk to all
Don't
talk at the
try
same
to
time.
earn
No.
rank in your
You're drunk.
position Right
No,
now.
you.
Just let that.
In my
let it
defense,
happen.
I'm not.
Yeah, but
Let it
okay.
happen.
So we
I live in
need.
What is
Guy
that, Briss?
named Stream's gone to shit.
We
Let
need
it
order,
fucking happen.
order, and I'm gonna call order. We'll just
Cicero
start.
says you guys all
bless you.
suck.
God
Well,
bless you.
no,
for
you.
people
Is
who
that
didn't
Caesar?
bring those motherfuckers
We are
up
going to start
antagonize
alphabetically.
me.
Cicero.
Blast him. Were you
Cicero.
trying to talk?
No.
Okay. Brisk, Brisk, were you trying to talk without a
Brisk,
ghost
did
puppet?
you want to suck a dick?
Wait, hold on. Brisk, were you trying to talk without a ghost puppet?
Look, all I wanted to say, what I said before, is just look. You know, I understand Hyper's point. I understand Mitten's point about this sucks that this thing came in and fucked
Awesome.
up our war. But
All right, Dirk, did you want to
No,
talk?
no. It's beyond
God bless
this.
motherfuckers. Fucking eat
This
online.
is
Sometimes
this
shit
is
happens.
blatant interference.
Sorry, Brisk, I
We
had to
could
do
have
it.
fucking
Like,
wiped off NC.PL off the fucking
well,
map.
Hyper, you're down in the H section. We're in the D's, dude.
Oh yeah, fuck you, Hyper.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, what?
Yeah, hold on. I actually cut off Brisk as a joke, but I don't want to actually cut off
By the
Brisk.
way, are
Brisk,
we actually
Brisk.
in the after
No,
show,
Dirk,
but
Dirk,
we
Dirk,
don't
Dirk,
I don't even know
Dirk,
what-
Dirk. You
Yeah,
were
we're
you were
still
cut
on the
off.
same
Brisk,
channel.
continue.
This is the after show.
Brisk,
that's
continue.
it. I said it. I said it.
Okay,
I like
okay.
things that are different and new, so
All right,
I'm okay. with
yeah,
it.
it sounds good. It's like
Yeah,
new. It's
you're
like
a
new
total
colors.
small
Below the asteroids, baby.
It's like
You're a
new
small
colors.
where we
Yeah,
are.
yeah. Manic, I love you. Oh no, Dunk. Dunk
No,
is like the
Dunk,
new
we have
LB.
a CSM member.
Just
with
showed
us.
up.
No, Dunk is the new LB.
Asteroids.
Dunk
I
is the
know
new
this
LB.
one.
Do we need
It's
LB?
the
know what fucking
asteroids.
That's the
Beneath
air horn
the
thing.
asteroids. Beneath the asteroids, not
No,
under the
it's
asteroids.
the air horn.
Below the
thing.
asteroids.
Okay. So
All right,
See,
all
right
right,
now, if you're
whoa,
not
whoa,
on your whole
whoa,
fucking bottle in your
whoa, whoa,
hand, fucking suck a
Hyper,
dick.
before
It's
you, hold on,
like,
Hyper.
either be on your whole fucking bottle and like slurp
Wait,
it up,
whoa,
or,
Dirk,
like,
Dirk,
don't.
everyone stop. Hyper, before you start, you're at the kind of like the next long cross, because Dirk, you're next. You speak.
No, I thought I
whoa,
had
we
my
let Dirk
moment.
speak.
I
thought I had.
Oh,
my
you're
moment.
done. Dirk, you done? You have nothing?
Am I not timed out?
No, like this is your time. This is your time to speak.
I just want all of us to just please. Can we not fucking take a shot?
All right. So, yeah, okay. So we're doing a shot, and then Hyper, you're
And
up.
buy some skill points.
Whoa, I already have a shot poured.
Whoa.
I already bought it, all the packs. I can't
Dude,
buy any more packs.
Buy
So-
your
so-
fucking skill points, bitch.
So here's the last thing I'll say on the skill points. Falcon made that post about they're going to be reorganized.
Hold on, Hyper. It's not your turn yet. We're doing shots.
Damn it, fucking Drayden!
I just
made
took a
it
shot.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Why you
I
gotta
mean,
fucking bogart
I mean,
my chat?
I'm sorry to cut off your rant, but like we're doing shots and then it's your turn. Like we have order, dude. It's fucking math. It's order of operations. Like it's like
Dude,
Dirk
Robert's
talk.
rules of order.
Multiplication above all
Yeah,
else.
no, it's order.
Do it.
Yeah,
You're
that
saying
like it's
I'm true.
yeah.
Do it.
It's kind of like one of those like Dirt takes shots, and then we all
Shia
take shots,
LaBeouf.
and then you talk, and then we'll move on.
Well, Dunk is actually higher in the alphabet than Hyper is.
yeah, but no, he's lower. No, he's not.
He's
'cause
just trolling us with
he-
soundboard.
In
Yeah.
TeamSpeak, he's lower. Like for some reason, MRS is above DU. But that's how math works, dude. You just gotta accept
Okay,
it.
well, if we're gonna fucking talk about math, I'm a fucking multiplication.
But-
I am the first
but
order.
we're
of-
doing shots before you can do that.
I just
Oh,
want to
okay.
announce that Brisk has been ejected from the fucking show, and Dunk is now.
How have I been ejected? Oh, you motherfucker.
Been ejected? Yes, you have.
All right, that's it. I'm sending you a cease and desist right now.
Or kill a bee. Whatever.
Hold on, Brisk. I'm just saying, your lawyers cannot stand to my $5 an hour
Whoa,
lawyers.
whoa, whoa, Drayden. His lawyers stood up to CCP.
Yeah,
and
but
won.
that don't mean shit.
Damn!
That don't mean
Believe me,
shit.
Believe me,
Dude,
they did not.
My
No
lawyers are family friends that worked on a farm and thought about law once in a while.
Potato farm?
My
Yeah,
lawyers,
yeah,
Potato farm.
my lawyers dig holes in the fucking desert.
My
all right?
lawyers could
Oh
beat
my
up
God,
your
my
lawyers.
are Irish people who actually fucking like brewed whatever Irish
mean,
people
Brew-
brew.
They brewed
My
straight
lawyers
alcohol
could
and fed
kick
it
your
to his
lawyer's
baby.
ass.
No, they
Drayden,
actually,
let me just say for the
It's
record,
like,
they're not your
whatever you're
lawyers if
trying
you
to
can
say,
milk
nobody
them.
knows.
they
Whoa.
couldn't.
Well, you know, if you pay him
My
enough.
dad owns a dealership.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut
It better not
up.
be a Chevy dealership.
No,
It's a Ford dealership.
They actually,
Oh.
they actually couldn't even make French fries or poutine in Idaho. So
Or French
Because
toast.
they don't have cheese in Idaho.
well, but we get
You
that.
gotta go to
Whoa,
Wisconsin
who
to
you
get
calling
cheese.
No, we get that from
Dude, it's not just
Washington.
fucking gravy and fries. Would
I want to
you
go to
stop?
Wisconsin and get cheese.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Oh,
Like,
you-
I was
too.
actually
Madison
telling you.
meetup.
Matt, let's go right now. Can we get
How
in
do
the
we
car
go?
and go?
How do we go?
Let's go. Let's go, Brisk.
I was actually telling
LB
LB.
To
Okay,
Wisconsin!
out
so-
to America.
I was
So,
not even kidding. I was
are we
telling
done
LB.
with
I was
Dirk
like, how do I
fucking
get
talking?
poutine in
Is it
Idaho?
H
'Cause-
yet?
Swarm needs to move north again.
Is
It
it
needs to go
H
back to
talking?
the north.
Yeah, Brisk,
where
that's right.
Canadians come into.
All right, we got.
Ice Swarm has
Whoa,
to
whoa,
move
whoa, whoa!
there.
We have to go
This
back
is
into
how
order.
we get fucking Canadians to
We
come
have to
here.
go
Order,
back in.
order. I call
Order
order.
in the court.
Hold on,
Order.
No.
Order has been called.
LB's not here, but order.
I'll
Okay,
take
so
a
we've
hammer
got
eye,
Wait,
please.
so LB's not here, so
You're
who's
out of
gonna be
order.
eating,
Hyper.
Order has been called. Don't make me fucking.
Wait,
boost
wait,
you
wait.
now.
Hold on, hold on.
You
Everyone's-
couldn't boost your way out of a wet paper bag.
Wait, hold on.
Oh shit!
Everyone stop.
He's in
Actually,
SDK now, so he knows how to
here's
boost.
the funny thing.
I
Hyper,
do.
I
Hyper,
don't know about that.
Hyper.
I
You
learned.
already you were the last one in line. You already passed your chance. So now we're moving to Manic.
I'm
No,
reorganizing.
Manic's
Not you, Hyper.
Manic's
What?
turn.
The conch.
Manic is turn to speak.
Manic has the boosh.
What?
Boosh us, Manic.
Speak
You
now
got the
or
fucking
forever hold
boosh,
your peace.
Manic.
What are we talking about?
We're booshing
We're talking about
verbally.
fucking
Manic has been
SP.
booshed. Who has
What's
the
the
boosh now?
what's the topic?
It's
We're talking
Keanu
about
Reeves.
drifters.
It's Keanu Reeves.
Keanu
Drifters.
Reeves. God bless. God bless
Reeves
Keanu
as a
Reeves.
drifter
It's-
is
it's-
hot as
I'm
fuck.
gonna tell you the day that Keanu Reeves dies, I'm taking a 24-hour vow of silence.
Your
I will.
breath-
I actually
You've
will
already
too.
taken
You're
us up
breathtaking.
to- Hold on.
You're breathtaking.
Manic, I gotta ask you this straight out. You took a 72-hour fucking boost from Eve. Where are you now?
I'm still unsubbed
Oh no!
because I still
on.
disagree
Come
with
on.
the selling of
No.
SP.
You can sell-
Yes,
you can
because
sell
It was a
one
selling
one
of
time.
SP
back in the
is
Isn't it a
fucking
wonderful club to be
degrading.
in?
the
Okay,
very
but here's the
essence
I'll,
of
I'll,
Eve.
dude, so
Oh
Holy shit, what the fuck is that?
no!
Fucking dumb.
No. You know what?
Dunk,
gonna
I
kill
hope
that
you're
fucking
looking
baby.
forward to your
Give me
first
the baby.
meeting next Friday because I'm sure it's
Yeah,
gonna be fun.
exactly.
Dunk is.
I'm sure.
Dunk
Eric-
next week is
amazing.
gonna be like,
Dude.
wait a second, guys.
Eric
Can we
will
not
have
get
a lot
on the
of
same
fun.
page?
Dunk. I will say, I know you've been quiet, but like, if LB quits this show, I'm coming for you.
we need a soundboard.
Yes,
Well,
please.
Seriously.
Well, do we want a soundboard that
sorry,
eats at the
Dave.
same time?
I'm afraid I can't do
You
that.
like we give LB free reign on the soundboard, and you will have free reign on the soundboard.
But you can't eat on
and
camera
I'm
just
saying
like
that
he's
because
not letting you.
you've
Can
already
you
shown
please
your
let
potential,
Dunk
and
talk,
it's great. Your
motherfuckers?
potential is good.
Dunk
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
need to
I
talk.
think,
He's
I
got the
think
soundboard.
we're detracting from the
Let-
fact that
Hey,
talks in
SP
memes.
is
Yo,
being sold
let
for
Dunk
money
talk.
with
Let Dunk
Eve.
talk like a
We
human
should
being.
let Dunk talk. Dunk.
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 Speak to
Hi,
us.
I'm Dunk.
What you just said
Hi, Dunk.
is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Bra
I
fucking
award you no
fuck.
points,
0 points.
and may God have mercy on your soul.
By the way,
so what is
Bravo,
what show is that from?
Yes.
Shots
Shots
to
off.
Dunk. Shots to Dunk.
Yes.
Shots.
Dude,
That,
like,
fuck me.
close that
Fuck
on this.
me in the
Oh
face.
my
No,
God.
fuck that
Oh
shit.
my God,
Because
that's
that was
it.
our literal fucking opening fucking thing 4
No,
years ago.
Wasn't. It wasn't.
It wasn't. but
Yes,
it was most.
it literally
Oh,
fucking
it
was. 'Cause
was.
I've got the fucking thing on my desktop. I'll play
It
it next
was-
week if you want to fucking suck it.
No,
I don't
Dunk,
hear
I
your
love you.
soundboard, Dirk.
Dunk.
No, hold
Dunk,
on.
I love you.
No, that was BC's, dude.
Yeah, hold on. No,
That
beat.
was this show's thing.
Let it
go. Let it go.
BC did use that, but let it go. Like,
So I have never seen Let It Go except for playing Kingdom Hearts 3.
Now, I know
Is
y'all
that a
think
PC
that's cool,
game?
but like honestly,
No, it's fucking Kingdom Hearts. Has nobody played fucking Kingdom Hearts and Eve?
My kid plays it.
no.
Oh shit.
I played Tomb Raider
Sorry, dude.
Crap.
and like Sim.
do you want to actually roll up? Because I've got it right here on my fucking desktop. Do we want to roll
Do
up
it.
our
Roll
fucking
it up.
intro from a few years ago?
Sure.
Can I give it to you?
Oh,
can I give it to you?
You can
Drayden?
you
Hold
can
on.
send
All
to
right,
me. I think I might have it actually, but
You guys should watch my funny video.
No.
My funny.
Your video is amazing as hell. Dunk
should watch that.
guy. What was your name?
You.
No, it had to be for more than
Dunk,
4
You know,
years.
that-
Dunk is
that
different.
guy.
Dunk is somebody we knew before he came in. Like you, Brisk. Like nobody knew who they came in.
That's
Like,
true.
who the fuck is Brisk?
Whoa,
Revolt?
whoa, see,
Who
see,
the fuck is
Brisk,
Brisk
The
Revolt?
Brisk
intro had
is
to be
fucking
more than 4 years
SDK.
ago.
You don't have to even worry about anything else. He's SDK.
Do you,
That's
do you
all
guys know?
need.
Do you guys
That's
know
not
Dunk
true. You can't
Dinkle?
just
Have you
roll
guys ever met
SDK
Dunk
on me.
Dinkle?
Dude, fuck you,
I've
Dirk.
met
You're an
Dunk
SDK
twice.
guy, too.
No, I've met Dunk
I don't,
three
I
or
don't
four
know if you
times.
guys
I know
have
a
ever
bunch of
met
fucking
Dunk
drinking
Dinkle, but he's a
motherfuckers
classy
in SDK that I
motherfucker.
never
And I'm
Dude,
glad I
I've
voted
been
for him
drinking
for
with
the
SDK
CSM.
people
I'm glad
for a
Dunk got on the
decade.
CSM.
Yeah,
He's
no,
a
no.
stand-up motherfucker. He knows his shit about Eve.
I'm with
And
you.
I think he will serve
Dude,
on the
I
CSM
was
quite
SDK
well.
before
Quite
SDK
well.
I'm
was
with Manic.
And
Hyper was SDK.
that
Yeah.
briefcase
Drayden, you need
of
to play my
friendship is a
commercial. It's
fantastic
pretty
piece
funny.
of marketing. Dunk has
well-
got Dunk is he knows his shit.
Play the fucking
Like,
commercial.
Dunk does
Uh,
know his
do you-
shit. That's the
it-
whole weird thing.
So that's what I'm saying. Like Dunk is a great guy, and I think he's going to serve on the CSM
that's
well.
why I don't like
Manic-
call him
That's why
Nelson.
I fucking voted for him. I fucking voted. Did any
Did
of
you vote for yourself
Dunk?
first?
Dude,
Did
I'm gonna
it-
tell
did
you right
any
now,
of you
I voted
fuckers
Dunk.
vote for Dunk?
Adderall,
I'll bet-
who I knew wasn't gonna win.
Actually,
I voted for
yeah,
Dunk.
yeah. So Manic, I think my vote actually went to Dunk because
That's
no,
fine.
Did?
Like,
You think he did? Or you
I
meant
don't
he did?
care
Yeah,
that
you
I
got
lost
dunked.
CSM. I don't care.
No,
I don't care that I lost
honestly,
CSM.
here's the thing.
Do you-
I honestly
Manic,
think my
only
vote.
you guys
scale
my
of
high
1 to
school
10, how
friends.
much
No,
do
no.
you care about
I
losing?
honestly think my vote because my number one vote was Blazing Bunny. He did not make anywhere close. So my vote transferred for my number 2, which was Dunk Dinkle. I guarantee it went there, and that helped get him in.
That's
my number
fine.
3,
I don't know if Lady Smart's gonna
Manic.
like that.
Whoa! Manic. My number 3 was Manic Philosophy,
Thank you.
but it did.
But,
My,
like,
vo- my, I doubt my vote transferred past number 2 because I think my
don't,
vote went to Dunk.
I don't mind that I lost. I really don't.
Dude,
Like,
so-
big deal.
So,
Mind
so
that you
Drake,
lost.
Shut up,
put-
when you
Dirk.
get
Shut the
kicked
fuck up.
for
I
not
literally, you could-
voting
I put
for
Matterhorn number
FC
4.
Shit kicked out of you.
I felt bad because I put Matterhorn number 4, and I think I should have put
Don't
Matterhorn
rub it
number
in.
1 for support, but
Come on, somebody like
Matterhorn
literally came
had
up
no
and
chance.
kicked Manic
Let's
and
be
the
honest.
judges in the ribs.
but here's the
That's not cool. Don't do it.
No,
it's,
like I
it's
really,
not that.
it's
Like,
fine. I don't mind.
I
But it was
really,
the- it was
really
also
like
the judge.
Matterhorn. I really like Matterhorn, and I think I should have probably put him number 1 to help support his vote.
No, I didn't. That you didn't have to.
I was honestly.
I put him
hoping
number
that Matterall
4, but my vote
What
didn't go that far.
I said it from the very
Like Matterall was literally
Matterall had no chance.
number 4 in the red show.
I went Blazing Buddy number 1. He didn't make it.
I sang
Don't
this
do
song
number 2.
in Reykjavik with Rain. Rain and I sang "Shake It Off" at FanFest last year.
Like,
don't shake it off. I'm gonna tell you, all you people who ran this year and lost with like 57 votes, don't fucking shake it off.
What about
I
if
want
you
you to
lost
think
for,
about like
12
not
votes?
running again next year.
Don't do
Okay,
it,
Dirk.
Run next
Okay.
year. No,
Don't run
I
next
went.
year. if
No,
you got
Dirk,
less than
you're
57
absolutely
votes.
right.
I
You're
went
you know,
57,
Dirk, you're
57.
right.
You
You're
had
you're
more
so
than
right, Dirk.
57.
Oh my God, Dirk, you're so right.
No,
Whoa,
I went
Derek,
Blazing
you are
1.
so
I knew he
right.
wasn't gonna make it, but I put my vote there because I actually really
Okay,
liked the guy.
so,
I really
all right,
liked where
hold-
he was standing, and I
Drayden,
didn't.
hold on a
But I
second.
put it there.
Dirk, have you ever run for CSM?
Fuck yeah, I have. They totally told me to fuck
They
off.
told you to fuck off.
Okay. If you haven't been on a ballot and you haven't had to actually say that you lost because people voted for you, then shut the fuck up. Okay?
Damn.
It's not okay to
Whoa,
make fun of
so
people for
that's
losing.
like that's
period.
totally.
Listen,
that's
I
totally
don't
cool.
care.
can make
I
stuff
don't-
up.
Look, man,
Adderall.
whether you care or not, I care because I've been on ballots. I've lost elections.
Don't make
It
get-
fucking
don't make
sucks.
me get
And
Tess
getting
Shiz-
made fun
Tess
of
Shizzle
by some
in here right
dickhead
now.
who's never put his fucking name out there is bullshit. Don't do it.
People can
Do not do
people
that.
can
That
say
fucking-
Do not be
whatever
that
they
guy.
want
Are you
about
telling
me.
me I
People can
didn't
say
put my fucking
whatever they
name out
want.
there?
I
Dirk,
don't mind.
did you ever make it to the? Did you ever get on the ballot?
I
Were you on the
didn't
ballot?
get on the actual ballot because you like
No,
gerrymandered
so shut the fuck
shit
up
out of that.
then.
You're
So-
a
so Dirk,
gerrymandering
you gonna run
Northern
next year?
Virginia motherfucker.
Probably under fucking
Manic.
minutes.
Don't think
Manic.
I don't know how fucking
Cheers for trying. I did tweet number 3. You're my third favorite guy. Wow.
I want to say.
You're my
I wanna
first
say-
favorite is guy, but my third favorite is
So,
CSM.
I want to say.
What was
I-
that guy's name? Chingrish or something? Like
Gibberish?
Chimbalali? Ch.
What? What are we talking about?
Today,
I want to say.
Tchaikovsky?
I want to say.
No, that guy's like
Tchaikovsky.
got
You guys
boosted
ever
last
listen to
year.
Tchaikovsky? He's a great composer.
I know they mentioned him in that movie
is. I like
Beethoven.
him
He's a
but
great composer.
I like Tchaikovsky.
yeah, I know he's a composer, but I haven't really listened to anything.
Now you guys are gonna make me
I'm a real big fan of
I wanna say,
Scarlatti.
I do like Mozart. I do like.
Ivan
I
Lyon,
didn't-
the guy who got booshed.
I want to say I didn't rage quit. People think I rage quit Eve Online.
It
Dude,
looked
didn't
like
rage
you-
just
I
quit
didn't.
the
I
other
didn't
day.
rage
You
quit. I
raged
didn't
that
quit.
like a
No.
motherfucker the
I
other
didn't.
day.
It wasn't in anger. There was no rage. There was no anger
It was in
attached to
sadness.
it. It was more of a disappointment. And Falcon reached out to me personally just to
I
like
knew
ask
he
if I was
would. I
okay.
knew- I knew he would.
Which
Say
I
this out
reach out
loud.
and
I
give
wanna
you a
say
reach
this
I
out
really
loud.
respect him for
Or
it.
how did he do?
Falcon reached out to make sure I was okay, and he was like, "Man, I've never seen you that mad before." And I was like, "I'm not really mad. I'm just kind of disappointed." So it wasn't. It wasn't
you
in
reach
anger.
around?
I laid the dad line on it. So I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Oh,
But really,
hold
like,
on.
I'm not. It wasn't
get
a
a
rage quit.
rub
Like
and
rage
tug?
quit is a very specific thing.
Dude, you were legit.
But
in
Manic,
the grand
I
scheme
I
of
was
Eve,
not.
rage
I'm
quit.
not mad.
But
I'm not
Manic,
mad
Manic,
about
not-
it. It's
not-
just kind of this thing like,
No,
oh, it sucks
you were
that
just
CCP
pissed
has
off
now.
enough to unsub all
Yeah,
your
it was like
But-
now okay, CCP is now willing
But-
to
I'm
do
not gonna
this,
lie,
and I'm not
even
going to
Noisy's
support
had
that with
that
my
on the
subscriptions.
Manic,
See,
Manic,
I'm not blaming you, Manic.
They've
I am fully
reneged
on board with
somewhat
you.
on it. Like,
you should
I-
do that. I did that. Fuck it. You know they're gonna sell SP blatantly like they're gonna do and testing the waters. You know what? There's no place for that. I can.
That-
You know,
and,
every
like,
people can
and
do it.
that's
I'll
my-
unsub and I'll point.
And
Thank you very much,
I
White
said
Star.
this on.
That's pretty
I
cool
said
to
this on
subscribe
Twitter.
again.
Dunk Dinkle, I'm gonna tell you right now.
But Manic,
Dunk Dinkle is the
Are you
fucking CSM
permanently
that all of
unsubscribed?
you need to believe in. All those other motherfuckers,
They've reneged on their
They don't
thing.
know
They-
shit.
they've
Actually,
made
they do
amends.
know shit. But Dunk Dinkle's the guy that's gonna listen to you.
So
Until he unsubs.
No, he's not gonna unsub because that guy will never fucking quit. Like even when you thought
One can
Jin
say
Cam was
that's
gonna
alphas,
quit,
too.
Dunk Dinkle will never fucking quit. He won't fucking quit.
Well, okay. There's different levels of quitting. There's unsubbing and there's actually still engaging in the
And
community.
Dunk Dinkle won't be either one of them because he's a fucking
Yeah, and
straight up
here's the
goddamn
thing.
player.
I can't quit the people. Like, you can unsub
Yep.
from Eve. It's very hard to
Eve
quit
will
the
never
community.
unsubscribe
It's the
from
people. The people are the reason we're all here. The game could
Correct.
be shut down.
Exactly.
The game
Amen,
could shut down
man.
tomorrow,
I'm
and
behind a
we'd
fucking
still
electioneered
all be
motherfucker.
here.
Man, where am I gonna get my space memes?
I'll still be
Don't
making
dink
memes.
the man you want
Are
to
you
get
sure about
behind
that?
because he's there
Yeah,
for
man.
you.
Okay,
Well, see,
time to
Mannix-
wrap up the
Mannix
show.
needs to
Time to
stick
wrap
with
up the
it.
show.
I can't quit the
Time to
community.
wrap up the
Can
show.
you send them?
I'm trying to
Time
find
for
a
after
sweater
dark.
Doug said,
though, John.
let's go.
Time to wrap up the show.
Yeah, it's probably
Fleet is
time.
shutting down.
Gonna
Fleet
wrap
is shutting
this
down.
shit
Back
up.
to standing comms. Back to
Thank you,
standing
thank you,
comms.
Dunk. Thank you,
Yeah,
Dunk. I
thank
love
you.
you, Dunk.
Nice.
I love you,
Thanks.
Dunk.
You
I
know what?
love you, Dunk.
I
Can
was just
just
gonna
go
say,
on, move
the
on.
community
gotta
is what
forget about
makes
tomorrow.
Eve.
No, we
You still play for Eve and
Eve
your
is the people.
people. You hang out with them. Carmen Fleet, great people to be with.
All right.
Everyone,
Real quick.
We're gonna cut
Everyone
over
hush
to
it
after
down.
show.
Well,
Relax.
here's the thing. We can't cut to after
No,
dark because I need to actually get some sleep because I have to fly out
Hey,
tomorrow.
Drayden,
Wait, we gotta be a
So
little
let's
bit
just we can just shut the show down.
Drayden, can I
Have a
ask
good
you a
night,
question?
everybody.
Did we not party like hardcore motherfuckers at the top of whatever fucking suite you believed it was last week?
You never
Did
came
we
to my
not
suite,
fucking
but
party?
Whoa.
Did we not fucking party?
we fucking party at your suite. You should have came to my suite and you would have
All the fucking
pissed
parties
your pants like a
should
little
have
girl
been
on the
fucking
balcony.
singularity of our fucking suites because that's how it should have fucking rolled.
A little bit louder, Doug.
All right. This is fucking yes. All right, so we're gonna do a final shot for the night, and then we're
Good
out.
shot. Final shot.
Dirk.
Two tickets to paradise.
It was great, guys. You have a good night.
All right, so yeah. So we're out for the
Man,
night.
I come with you.
Final shot for the
Drayden
night.
and Dirk, it was amazing being able to hang out with you guys for the weekend.
No, thanks, Dunk.
It's nice to know
Dunk, I
there's
appreciate
people out there who party.
we were like this.
Later, bitches.
Elvis said he was gone.
Later, bitches.
Later, bitches. We're out. I am gone next week.
Oh my God.
You guys have to figure it out. But
Honestly,
2 weeks we'll be
I'm gonna
back.
tell you right now, we don't have a
I'll
show
figure it out.
next week. We're gonna
I'll
come
figure it
back
out.
for
Bye.
whatever, for whatever the rehab
Last time we'll
recap
figure
is.
it out.
We'll figure
All
it
right,
out.
we're gone.
Love everybody.
Anyway,
Good night.
See ya.
goodbye, everybody.
Good night.
Peace.
I will upload this episode before I leave tomorrow.
We are literally 22 minutes after even the fucking early show.
I know.
The late